thank you. Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Goodest of mornings. Hello, hello. Good morning, good morning. How are we? Let me turn this music down for me. Hello, Ollie. Hello, Notfler. Hello, everybody. Hello, all. I hope you're good. Thank you for being here on this Sunday morning. I hope you're well. I hope you're all feeling good and fine and ready for some nice. Dad's home. Yay, exactly. It's been a while. It's been 2 weeks since we had a stream. It's a little bit crazy. As my as the music just stopped there rather than no, we've still got it. There we go. It's back. Yeah, it's been a bit of a break, to be honest, which is not necessarily planned, but it's one of those things where we're just where we are. Why am I sure it's a transfer stream? It usually is, to be fair, isn't it? Technically, it's the 1st of September in game, so I think the window is actually open for another day, and we might do some transfer stuff. We might sign Goldoni, we'll see. But no, very more specifically, we are going to try and get through some games today. I feel like my room's on the slop there. Funny number, Ollie. Ollie, indeed, funny number. Thank you so much for 69 months. And Breeze has just had to one-up you there. Well, actually, two-up you. He's gone with 71 months, so fair play to the both of you. Those are outrageous numbers. Ziegerman before that with the 9 months. A pitiful 9 months. Much appreciated, of course, but yeah, nothing like 69 or 70. Outrageous amounts of support. MJ as well, in with the... I don't know, I've called you MJ there. I don't think I've called you that in years, have I? 30 stream streak from Morgan as well. It's not Ziegerman, is it? I mean, to be fair, that is true. His name's not even that. You dream of Ollie's number, to be fair. Not Breezy's? Just Ollie's one, right? Yeah, fair enough. How are we doing, though, everyone? I hope you're very good. Hopefully we should be live over on YouTube also, which I think is indeed the case. I can see AJ and the Mr. Kristin there saying hi, which is lovely. Let me check. I can see the messages there. I can. Right. Something's going to be broken. You know this, right? You know that when we don't stream for more than one day, everything in the background just falls apart. So that's likely to have happened and will continue to happen for today's stream. But I'm looking forward to hanging out with you guys, really. Have a nice little Sunday morning. Maybe play some Football Manager, but maybe mainly have a chat with you guys and catch up because it has been a while. We're in I think this just continued state at the moment of feeling exhausted and a little bit burnt out with Football Manager and all of those things. I think I've actually had a really good FM save and it's kind of left me a bit like, which I think you can probably maybe relate to a little bit, maybe. We had the Wesker save. The stream save's a little bit different because that's kind of like always an ongoing thing. But I'm like, I've done the Wesker save and now I'm like, oh, now what do we do? So I'm kind of gearing up to go again type of thing. And that's kind of eaten into streams and stuff too. So it's one of those. It breaks when we don't stream for more than a day. Sounds to me like you need to start streaming more than you used to teach. I mean, maybe. I'm sure we will. We've got like FM27 will come around and we will be full power again, won't we? In the lead up to that and as that game comes out. So yeah, it's one of those things. It's very August is what I'll say at the moment, and I'm feeling pretty August. Also, just life things, as per usual. It's one of those things where with this being a job, I need to then prioritise doing the YouTube stuff, and then it's the Twitch things that falls out, but I'd love to do more. You stubbed your toe, now you're crying. That makes full sense. It is a painful one. I hope you're all good, Zingwing. Thank you for coming here very much first and letting us know. Sending you love. Brass Scorpion, thank you very much for the gifted sub to Luke Mathwino. Maybe it's Wino. Luke Mathwino. It's probably that, isn't it? Thank you so much. Have you seen the Grimsby shirts for the new season? Sensational. I actually don't think I have, no. Good modding indeed. By the way, chat, if you would like to, while the elite are here, which is very much the case here, if you would like to join our new fantasy league for the Discord, Pav is running a Fantrax League, which is the league that I played last year. Well, like the FPL F fantasy game that I played last year, which I think we talked about a bit on stream. Pav started one. It's more of a draft league. There are categories that it's basically FPL, but way more detailed. And it's really good. If you wanted to get involved with that, there is a link in the chat to join that. Somebody needs to maybe paste it on the YouTube chat as well. But yeah, get involved, get in the Discord and have a go at that. And I'm sure that you'll enjoy it. There you go. There's my plug for you, Pav. I've done it for you, all right? Nico, welcome in, dude. Zingwing says, nah, bro, the Wrexham shirts go hard like cracked lava rock. Firefox sponsorship goes hard too. What? Shirts go hard, yeah. I agree. I feel like I'm too old to talk like that. Not too many though, eh? Yeah, there is a limit to how many people can join, so don't do that. That was just a lot of words. Yeah, did you feel like me then, Breezy, as I read that? I can't do it. It's not me. Can I link the away shirt site? You can, yeah, Colson, you can link it here. It's all good. The mods will just delete any dodgy links. Do you have a casual 1.1 million laying around? No, I don't. Not at the moment. Right, let's have a look at this then, Carlson. Open link. Oh, they are very retro, aren't they? I'm getting United. You know, they're like Bayern Munich United old school crossover. It feels. Yeah, I like it. It's odd, and I actually quite like an odd shirt. It's a bit of me that I like weird and a variation of the norm. Yes, I've accepted that I'm an old bloke now. Yeah, me too. I was actually thinking that today. I was like, yeah, I think I might just need to lean further and further into that. It's just the way it is, isn't it? How you doing, David? Welcome in, though, dude. How we all feels like ages since I caught a stream. It's ages since we did a stream, to be honest with you. Because Alfreton Town are selling, asking price is 1.1 mil. If we all band together, we could just buy them. That is, yeah, no, probably. If somebody puts in like 1.95 or 1,095,000 or something, that's not even true. What we need to go 1 million. What was the asking price? I've lost the plot. I don't know. Together, Clayts can afford it on his own. Yeah. Hello everyone. Wish you a great Sunday. VOD people, please don't forget to like and don't forget to drink enough. The Mazurk, what a lovely PSA there. I appreciate that. There are some cracking kits this season. Then there's that giant barcode that they call the Newcastle kit. Yeah, I need to go through and rate all the kits. I think that needs to be a thing we do. But yeah, that Newcastle one's a bit not great. I like the blue on it, to be fair, but yeah, it's not amazing. Are you colorblind? So what's going? Who's that even asking? What? From a distance, that's all it looks. Oh, you mean the Forest away kit is just black, very plain, and you think if you look in the Discord, I'm pretty sure they have every kit going. I mean, they do. Yeah, that is true. I have been through that. How is that black? Is this the Smudge? Smudge is coming to fight for the Forest kit here. Let's see. Is it just black? I don't think I've seen this kit. It's also not loading now, so that's good. I mean, it's green, isn't it? It's quite nice as well. It's one of those that everyone's like, what a beauty, and it is just quite plain, really. It is nice, but it isn't like everyone's like, oh, it's what a beauty. It's just the trefoil treatment, really. It makes any kit look quite nice. Yeah, it's very much green though. Posh this year looks like more like a Chelsea kit than the Chelsea kit does. The Chelsea kit this year, and actually for a few years now, I think Chelsea might have the worst kits in the Prem. Shoot me. All right? That's what I've said. What I've said. I don't like Liverpool's. The design, though, it looks like it should be covering a bus or train seat. I quite like Liverpool's. I like the story behind it. People love to say a kit looks like a bus seat or a train seat. Almost like buses have like bus seats have patterns on, and football shirts have patterns on. Yeah. Recently watched the complete Youth Academy series in about 5 days. What an incredible series. Thank you, Paul. What a legend. What a guy. Yeah. Yeah, what a time that was. Everyone had a great time in that one, I feel like. Newcastle's awful. Chelsea's kit is not nice at all. Chelsea might be the worst club in the Premier. I said it. I'll tell you a club that's going band for band at the moment, though. But on the low, Villa. Villa signing Ruggeri is a questionable one, isn't it? They've also signed Garnacho, which I suppose isn't bad, but it is like it's not nice. Like there's nothing ethically wrong with it. Maybe morally. Maybe, yeah, but just questionable. There's a few bus seat kits this year across the divisions. There always is, isn't there? There always is. Criminal left-wing partnership. Yeah, it's not, it very much is, yeah. Although, I'm not sure Garnacho is actually a criminal in any way, is he? He's just a weird guy. They'll love Garnacho until he actually plays for them. Possibly that, yeah. I'm sure some of them don't love him anyway. And some of them will just blindly defend the player. So it's one of those. Forrest saying Usman Diamande, meaning he'll cost 90 mil next FM, yeah. Very, very FM that signing, isn't it? Wasn't aware Ruggeri was controversial. Did a Google and yikes. Yeah. If you don't know, just not a good guy is what I'll say with him. Villa saw the Instagram DMs indeed, yeah. And thought they could get him for a bargain. Fair enough, I guess. I don't know if I want to go down the line of fair enough, I guess, with that. And maybe I'd be more like, let's hold football clubs to a higher level of moral decency. But I know that train bolted a long time ago, didn't it? It's not going to happen. It's, yeah. So maybe, yeah, you're right. Maybe it is just fair enough. But I don't want to do that, really. My fair enough was sarcastic, to be clear. Yeah, cool. I'm glad. But yeah, I mean, to be like, it's still a valid point that it is like, what are we doing? If we did that, there's no, like, just stop watching the game of football, because what are we doing here, really? Got a teabag tattoo. That's enough for me. He has actually, isn't he? I mean, it would be bad enough getting a massive Prison Break tattoo, because it's like, oh, I like to show that I watched once, so let me tattoo it on my skin. That's not for me anyway. But getting all of the characters like that, it's very Peaky Blinders, big wall poster in your house, canvas in your house, isn't it? The only thing I will say is the journalist who broke the news of it has been previously sentenced in prison for blackmail. Oh, so a nice bloke then. Fair enough. Fair enough then. Breezy panicking then that he thought he had him. I mean, to be fair, if you got him, it's one of those things, like, you could have him before these DMs come out. It's one of them things as well. It's like, I don't know. Where do you draw the line with ethics and morals in football? It's quite a topic for 9:17 in the morning. But we are where we are. That's what football does a lot of the time. It brings these things into focus way too often, doesn't it? Anyway, back to the morally absolutely sound. Nothing wrong with this club. Everybody here is lovely and we do things the right way. This, everybody, is Three Counties FC. That's actually a Daisy background. This is Three Counties FC. What a link. What a way to do things. And we return today on stream number 49. We've nearly hit the half century, everybody. And this is the situation. We are in second after 3 games in the Prem, which is a little bit wild, really. It's quite a good start, actually. We've won all 3 of our games. We had a nice start after our transfer window, or sort of during our transfer window last time around. We had a decent fixtures start, you could say. I've somehow broken my skin, by the way, in that before my fixtures were here, and I think it's where I've been playing with something Bepanexy somewhere along the way, and my fixtures were here and now they're not, so I'm actually going to struggle to find them, but they are here. We have played, we lost in the Community Shield. We played Southampton, Coventry, West Ham, and Coventry again in the Carabao Cup, and we beat them 4-2. Breezy, let me look at that on my phone. It'll be less intrusive to the PC, but yes, I will have a look. We have got... Yes. I think it's that one, or it's the day that's close to... Hang on a minute. If I don't know why I'm talking to you and also typing to you, but yes. I just said a number there. That's not how you really do conversations, is it? But I'm streaming, so you can understand. Chucky would never do anything like that. Bring him home, Villa. Yes, true. Darwin Nunez, though. Yes. So we will catch up. I'll just show you what we did in terms of our transfer history. Which was... this. Oh, I see, Breezy. That is a shame. That is a real shame. I didn't know if they're going to group it all together, but that is a real shame. We brought in John Prayer permanently. Yosemir Nazir in permanently on a free transfer. We brought in Christoph Thierry, and these are youngsters, so ignore these. Christoph Thierry, Sergio, youngsters. Folk de Kimper is a 3 Counties player, and he started fantastically, and you're all wrong about him. No starts, 2 goals from Folk, my boy. We brought in a youngster in Abakar Bar. We brought in Darwin Vertin Nunez, who is Darwin Nunez, but we have decided that he can also play right wing back, left wing back. But no, to be fair, it was left. No, it was right wing back. I was going to say, he was inverting, but no, he wasn't. It's right wing back for Darwin inverted Nunez a little bit. Meglic, a youngster. Medina, a youngster. Edson as a backup slash competition left wing back from Brazil. He's only 19. Nogueira was the big centre-back signing. 20 million for him. What a bargain. I think that might go up, actually, over time, right? Like his numbers, it was a lot of installments on him, but he is 6'4". He's brilliant. And then we also signed Sandro Gamboa, who's a real person on a free transfer as a backup. And then most recently, this youngster called Johan Romero, who I don't know who he is. We've got 12 million to spend. And I think our squad is pretty much there to go and play a load of games now. However, could still do with a few more, says Breezy. There is the idea that we do have a couple of days left of the window. We do have a little bit of money left over. We still have a couple of question marks over some players. For example, Asado Dinis out on a loan needs to go. Bolde is injured, but not for long. Luca, we might need to try and move on still. And Francini, we need to give a new contract to. Backstein, we did think about maybe selling as well, and he's listed at the moment. So if something moves in the window, do we put the money in to just go and sign Goldoni, who we definitely don't need, but he is a 6'7" striker who you can get for £23 million. Does that feel like the right way to do things? If Backstein goes, go and get him. I don't know why we'd need him, where we'd use him. He has got 4 goals in 3 games in Serie A so far this year. So he is quite good, apparently. But yeah, that's sort of where we are with the save. It is 10 a.m. on the 1st of September. The window closes today at 11 p.m. It is deadline day. Get him, he's tall. I was going to say, like, I feel like you need a bit more than that, but you don't. I've never held on to anything more than that in terms of what I need from a player, have I? 19 jump and reach, always good. It is, isn't it? Oh, by the way, chat, new mug alert. Coffee that's rapidly cooling alert, because it's a very wide-based mug. Look at this one. Hubby. Not just dad mug. There's now a hubby mug, which, to be fair, Kat bought me. Didn't just buy it for myself because that'd be weird. But it was our wedding anniversary yesterday. 2 years, chat. Can you imagine that? Can you 2 bloody years missing the sea? Chubby. Right. Or hubbyka. Cheers. Super congrats, thank you. 2 bloody years. That is a bit wild, really. So yeah, we went to Cornwall yesterday. It was lovely, and we went camping the weekend before with friends and stuff, which was sort of, I was going to say, like, it was nothing to do with our anniversary, but that's why I wasn't here last week. We have got Wolves in the EFL Cup. Have they still got? I kind of miss N'Golo Magai, by the way. Have they still got him? Are they playing him? I hope so. Yes, he's loan listed though. Are they back in the Prem? They are. I kind of want N'Golo Magai back in my life, but I think we've moved on now. 2024 weddings, best weddings. They were. I can really only speak for my own, but yes, I agree. But yeah, no, yeah, it was a lovely little day. I went to Cornwall, went to Rock. We had some lunch there. We went on the ferry across to Padstow. Quickly came back because it's so busy there, isn't it? I've been many times before, but it's just so busy in Padstow. And then Rock's right over and it's not as busy and it's as nice. So we did that and then we drove home. And Jack, who usually goes to sleep at 8 p.m, had a car nap at 7 p.m. So that's messed up his entire night. So we are where we are. Dinis is off. We have got a loan for Dinis and he's chosen Stoke. Now, I think there was a better option for him potentially, right? Who bid for him? I feel like West Brom were better for him, but he's going to go to Stoke. They've said he's going to be an important player, so hopefully that is the case, and we'll keep an eye on him, really. You got it right down... You got right down to it after your wedding. Oh, yeah, Joe. Blessings, though. Congratulations. We'll be celebrating our 2nd year wedding anniversary next May. Can't wait. Fair play. What a ridiculous comment. But, yeah, I mean, it's not untrue. Yeah, you know, you got to get married, then you have your baby, and then you become an old man, and that's what happens. You used to go to Padstow every week before it was fashionable, and then Rick Stein took it over. Yeah, it is a bit of that, isn't it? Before it became quite... I guess it's always been quite ta-da, but then it became quite Instagram, didn't it? And yeah, Rick Stein got involved. Cool place though, like very picturesque place, which is why it's fashionable, isn't it? And when it's like, it's about hour and 45 drive for us down to Cornwall, so it's kind of cool to be able to kind of just pop down there and back in a day, which was, yeah, it was good. We had a good day. Right, Dennis is off. Shall we loan him to Stoke and very much compile these match reports? And let's say to him, showcase your skills. No. We'll reevaluate your... I feel like all of these are a little bit negative. There should be a message here that you can say to him, just saying good luck with the loan. I'm loaning you up because you haven't quite developed. I'm loaning you up because you're going to get far more first team football, which I guess is true. I don't currently have planned for you. It's a great opportunity for you to get a better contract here or elsewhere. Or I've made the decision to loan you out so you can continue development. Then we'll reevaluate your position. So, I don't know. They're all a bit negative. Is the crazy golf pitch and putt place on the hill still there? Yeah, yes. I was going to say that's in Rock, but no, it is in... we went there, actually. Greens, it's called, isn't it? We went there just for a drink. In, like, the bar restaurant bit next to it, yeah. It is still there. I'm loaning you out because F you. It's basically all you can say to them, isn't it? How you doing, Ben? Welcome in. Francini, we did offer a new contract to then. I didn't remember doing that, but I guess that's true. I don't know who that is. Great. We're going to loan Joel Lamb out. They're going to pay a little bit of money towards him. And we've got no offers for Sunny Hills, which is that's you now up to date. I'm sure you find that very useful. How's it going? I'm good, thank you, Ben. I'm actually really good. We were just discussing a little bit burnt out and knackered and need to like push through and stream more and do stuff like that. But you know, that's where we are. But other than that, yeah, I'm good. I'm all right. Pretty good. Dennis then to Stoke. I am aware that we are kind of continuing towards the deadline and nothing else is happening. Shall I see if Backstein has any interest at all? Right. Oh, he did, didn't he? But they were rubbish. He's got no value for some reason. Like, why? Haven't been to Cornwall for years. Last time was a uni field trip to Bude to look at the Bendy Rocks. Bude is a great place as well. We went to Bude last year for our... No, it wasn't for our anniversary. That was... When was that? And what? I think it was just before Jack was born we went to Bude. To the Scarlet Hotel, which is very, very nice, but a bit Porsche. But it is nice. Keep on getting ads like every 5 mins. I haven't even set up ads on YouTube, so that's a YouTube thing. I'm sorry, AJ. Come to Twitch and you'll get less, or I guess if you become a channel member, you don't get them. Or get YouTube Premium. Those things all work, but I don't know what to suggest. Dude, when you're watching things on the internet and there are ads, it's sort of 2026. There's not loads you can do about it, is there? I very much, compared to lots of people, I'm sure, don't put as many ads in, especially on YouTube streams. I don't think I put any extra ones in. I think there's like an option for... Basically, it's like loads, medium, less, and I'm on less, I think, for streams. Because it's not... I don't stream on YouTube for the revenue, necessarily. Although I do get a little bit from you guys watching there, so I appreciate it. I'll survive. Thank you, dudes. How do you feel about the Araujo loan? I guess we'll talk about that in a second. I just want to catch up on anything else. When do you expect FM27 news? We're into August. Somebody should have a look. I guess it was a little bit broken, wasn't it, in terms of the cycle? But I'd expect relatively soon, Jake, honestly. Just off previous cycles, this is the sort of month. August is when when creators start to hear things that I don't know anything, but like this is sort of the time when we'd start to. So end of September, beginning of October. Yeah, early September usually, I think, like in terms of actually hearing like features and stuff, but this is usually about the time where they start to say there is a game. And actually there was that community post couple of weeks ago that said they've now switched attentions to working on FM20 or the next edition. Did they call it FM27? I can't remember. But they've stopped developing FM26 now because all of the attention switched over to the next game, which in itself I think you can take to mean that we're going to hear about 27 soon, if that makes sense. Horticultural update as the lawn survived the heat is actually doing pretty well, Brass. Yeah, I've watered it a lot. We've still not had a hosepipe ban here, so we've been lucky. But it's looking pretty green compared to a lot of any other grass around the area. I've not got a recent photo, and I need to go out and I need to cut it today if anything. But yeah, it's doing okay. Not like, I wouldn't say it's thriving because of the hot weather, but it's doing all right. The lines could be better. Bude is a hat, and the one is a hat, and the one with the man-made lagoon thing is yes, it does mean it does have that man-made lagoon thing. Bude is cool. Can't wait for launch when everyone will be completely normal and rational. Exactly. Very exciting. We're back in that those end times soon, which will be good. Love that. We can then all think about whether we want to make a video being excited about the game or being completely destructive and negative about the game, and there is no middle ground. And if you have a middle ground, then you are an SI shill. So I'm looking forward to being that for the next couple of months. That'll be good. How you doing, Dylan? Welcome in, dude. I hope you're well. 2 years and we heard nothing. I mean, that is that's not true. We did hear stuff. They just didn't give us a game, did they? Ben asked then, how do I feel about the Araujo loan? I'm actually all right with it. Again, speaking of completely rational and normal reactions to things, some of the reactions to that loan are completely unhinged. And it really, nothing makes me feel more old than the internet's over the top reactions to basically everything. And I don't understand where they have the energy to be like that all the time. I don't ever, in fact, with basically anything, I don't want to be at either end of the spectrum on. Like, I'm a dad now, maybe that's just it. But yeah, there's people going, what on earth are the club doing? He is rubbish. He's terrible. He's the worst footballer ever. Why on earth are they signing him? What is wrong with our club? Why aren't we signing the best centre-back in the world right now? Probably because they wanted to do it cheap and get him in on a loan and have a look at him. And probably because they see potential there. And they're probably because it's a bit of a no-brainer type thing. And actually, I see loads of upsides to it. Basically, they've signed two of the most highly rated young centre-backs in the world in Leone and Jake. And any massive centre-back signing that they make right now is only going to be a problem when you want to be giving Leone and Jake game time in the next, let's call it 6 months, where both of those want to be playing pretty regularly. I know both of them also, though, have got these injury issues, and both of them have played 0 minutes in the Premier League. So signing an experienced Barcelona captain who, yes, has his flaws, but also used to be a really good footballer, then had some real issues, but now under a manager that thrives on getting players to sort of reach their peak again and turn them into better players, it feels like the best that Liverpool could do with the system that they put in place to recruit a centre-back. They were never gonna bring in somebody like a Schlotterbeck this year who's not available, and they were never going to do that because it was just it would be a silly thing to do. So the parameters that Liverpool put in place, I think it's about as good as you can do. I'm like happy with it. This is the internet. Stop being so bloody reasonable. That's also while saying, in terms of being reasonable, that loads of what he was like last year at Barcelona, pre the mental health break, are really worrying in terms of what type of footballer he is. And also, whether he can translate to the Premier League, we still don't really know. Although I would say his profile should mean that he can translate to the Premier League. He's massive and fast, which really helps in this current league that we are in at the moment. But yeah, I think it just makes loads of sense. And then you've got an option to buy him at the end of it if it works out. And if he doesn't work out, he will be cover that you don't have for the next season. And you just let him, you say, all right, cheers for that, Ronald. See you soon. And you bring somebody else in. It just makes, I don't know, it makes loads of sense to me. Whilst also there are obviously risks involved with it. I think it's a good option because he can start most games with the youngsters rotating in. I have a feeling he'll actually play a lot more than maybe expected. I have a feeling that he might well start the season alongside Van Dijk as well, and then whether Jake gets in, I've got a weird little feeling that Jake might be slightly more injured than or they're being a lot more careful with him than maybe they're letting out, because he hasn't played a pre-season game and he's been training and then he wasn't training, then he is training. It's a little bit worrying really, because yeah. Brian, yeah, we'll do that. That will be a thing. United fans over dramatic reactions always make me laugh. It's any club though, isn't it? Pretty hyped about Usman Diomande. Yeah, He's one of those that Forest can take a bit of a risk on. I say a bit of a risk. It's so cheap for this market, isn't it? And like we all know, he's really good in Football Manager, but he's also coming from Portugal, and it makes me feel like there's maybe a reason that the top clubs haven't gone for him. That's not to say though that he comes in and does really well, and then all the top clubs want him. But these top clubs don't want to risk. They want him to be proven, if you like. And Forest are in that nice little sweet spot where they can do that. So yeah, hopefully, well, not hopefully, because I hate Forest, but hopefully he works out for you from your point of view. Jacke and Leone are still so young, you can't expect them to start every game in the Prem. They've literally played 0 Premier League minutes, which is, that's a problem. Suspect, do you like that? Do you like the way that I framed that? I was being really nice, and I was like, I'm being way too nice here. I'm not going to sell Backstein for the sake of 2.5 million, I don't think. I don't think it's worth it for a player that's an okay backup and doesn't really give us much money. And I think we just do it next year. So I'm going to see if he can regain a bit of value. And then maybe revisit that. One thing that we do need to do, chat, is we do need to get rid of Bruno Guimaraes now. Because he plays for Arsenal now. So he just needs to go. Why do you hate Forest? What is the law here? Just a horrible, horrible football club. I don't hate their fan. I don't hate Suspect, though. I like him a lot, to be fair. And I'm sure if you're a nice Forest fan, I like you too. Doesn't mean that, we have these things in football. There's loads of law, loads of history there. His wages would be nice spent elsewhere. They would, wouldn't they? He's got a year left, but Arsenal have touched him now. He's damaged goods. Exactly. So I don't think I can sell him, but he's going to play a lot less. It's the way it is. Backstein does have a song, yeah. When's this year's multi-club save start? One of my all-time faves. Harvey, the plan is very much... Shall I show you guys? I know that we're very... I haven't streamed in a couple of weeks, chat, so there will be a lot of digressions and distractions, I'm sure. I have come up with a plan that I did tweet that is this, basically. For a new save, not fully... I've not fully fleshed it out, but I have started playing it to see whether it works as a multi-club save on YouTube, coming up hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully even maybe next week if I can play through this first season. I'm probably going to do one season at a time because there's a lot, because we're going to do these 3 teams. We did kind of decide on them a little bit last stream, but I've gone with Hoffenheim at the top. You don't need to be away for there to be distraction in this stream. That's very true. Hoffenheim is the main flagship team, with Viking as the European gateway club, as it says. And then also the youth factory of the J-League, which I've given massive youth investment to. So I've given them almost perfect youth systems so that we get brilliant Japanese players coming through. And then we try and move them to Europe through Viking and ultimately to Hoffenheim, where we try and win the Champions League. And then we're just going to do a save where I think I'm going to give myself 10 seasons, and then in those 10 seasons see if I can't win the league. Where's that just gone? I did that wrong. And then basically give ourselves that long, so 10 seasons, 10 episodes, and do a little bit of an adventure like that. They're called Crude, and they're a big greedy oil company. Yes. Did you set up the affiliates correctly? They can move freely and they've got all the stuff. Yeah, I think so. I think we can change. I think so. Can you add the in-game editor mid-save, or do you need to click it on at the start? I think you have to click it on at the start, Harvey. I think. How, yeah, Viking. Of course. Of course. We had to do something with Viking. It's the way of the world. As you created that entire narrative around that as well. You took that to town. By the way, chat, Ivor in the YouTube chat is the legend that edited the Vadut save and lots of other videos on the channel as well. But did all those Vadut edits with like what's it called? The end game edits and things, which were pretty cool, weren't they? Thanos and all that stuff. Looks cool. Using Academy as the Wesker save was successful. It was, wasn't it? And I kind of want to do that, where we basically bring the players through in Japan and then move them through to Europe. And ultimately, because Hoffenheim have such easy, it's the Bundesliga, you can register so many players, you could have a full team of Japanese players there. The only thing that is an issue, which is why I need to just confirm it works, is that the first season Japan have a summer schedule, so that their season goes through from like I don't know, like March till September or something, which is a bit weird. And then Viking do always have the summer schedule, so they're not on the same schedules. But the transfer windows do actually line up quite nicely. Like the winter transfer window in Europe with Hoffenheim is during the summer transfer window with Viking. So you can still move the players around. They just join like mid-season and stuff, which I just need to get in the flow of how I'm going to do the updates in the videos to make sure that it isn't too convoluted. But it's going to be convoluted. It's going to be detailed. It's going to be waffly because it's me. And also there are 3 clubs to update on, which is why I'll do 1 season at a time rather than 2 seasons at a time, which is what we did with the Wesker save. That's very much a draw behind the curtain a little bit in how I do things, but it should be a nice little way, and we'll kind of use it as an extra little adventure. So yeah, 3-month loans to Viking during the summer could be a cool twist. Yeah, it'll be different, won't it? It will definitely be different. That's the thing. We're here for the waffle. I mean, to be fair, chat, we started the stream at 10 a.m. on the 1st of September. It's now 11:45 on the 1st of September. We've been streaming for 41 minutes. We've almost done as many in-game minutes as real-life minutes. Like, imagine that. Should we do it like that, where we can only continue? I think it goes on deadline day by like half an hour. I feel like, should we do it so we do it at real-life times? My streamer, yeah. I feel enriched by that. Good. Japan wanted to win the World Cup as their IRL development plan could be a cool end to the save. That's so true. Like, if we put everything in place, it becomes an almost build a nation save. And then the build a nation thing could be almost like at the end of the save, I go and turn it into a build a nation and do one big video showing my build a nation save that I played through after the save finished, in a way. So we do the first 10 seasons as like the series, and then it becomes a build a nation save as a video later, maybe. At the end, you send the save file to SYC. Exactly. I get him on to tell him to talk me through how we do a build a nation save, maybe. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Trying to unseat the Saudis to win the ACL as well, really interesting. And actually, genuinely, Usman Dembele did tell me to do a Japanese save. Like, he actually did. So we're doing a Japanese save because Dembu's told me to. So, you know, there you go. At the end, you send the save file. Potato waffles are better than sweet waffles. Discuss. I love potato waffle. I actually bought some the other day. They're in the freezer because I thought Jack needs to try one. There is that. Isn't there a German rule preventing that 50+1? There is, Mazurk, but it doesn't exist in the world of video games. So it's crazy, really. You can make up an oil company and just buy a German club in game because it's not real. I'll be back soon, hopefully. I hope so, Ivor. Looking forward to it. Get that DM edited in. Get that DM edited in. What DM edited in? Tried to take oh yes, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, the Dembele one. I think so. From Dembele. Also, Red Bull Leipzig exists. Exactly, there are. No, they don't actually. Red Bull Leipzig don't exist. It's Racing Bull Club, etc. It's not Red Bull at all, is it? Tried to take Japan to the World Cup with Wonder Kids, but obviously no need to manage them. Could just show the Japanese national team to keep us updated. Exactly, I will do that, AJ, yeah. And then I wonder, I think you can actually get the Japan job. Like I said in the Wesker save that you couldn't get the Spain job, which wasn't becoming I couldn't apply for it, but maybe since I've started this save since the update, maybe in that save I can go and get the dual jobs between Japan and Tokyo Verde, or in that save because I've got 3 managers, because I've actually got in here, look, we've got Caballero at Tokyo Verde, Nacho at Viking, and Sanchez at Hoffenheim. I technically could just add a 4th manager, which would be, let's say, Viegas, and he could be the Japanese manager or something, and you could do it that way instead, and we could kind of manage Japan as well, but only during World Cups and things. That could actually be a fun little thing, couldn't it? Once players start getting into the team, we manage the Japanese World Cups, maybe. Oh, I see, Mazurk. I meant RB is already doing the same, but just for free marking and making trophy sellings. Got ya. Yeah, they are. It's mad, isn't it? Right. A player's gone to Liverpool there. We are up to 12:30, so I've continued in game. Yamada, could do Yamada. Kind of coming across both game worlds. I like that. I do like the idea that it is kind of all the players from the Wesker save, though. I love making random characters. Like, I should actually keep the old characters going as well. Players like In fact, I was going to say Anton Salatros, but he's actually a real player, isn't he? But players like him keeping the lore of those guys going. Because I really like it when there's people who are newer to the channel. They're like, why you got Anton Salatros? Because I once managed him in a journeyman save. That's a great touch. Yes, I love stuff like that. You know that I love stuff like that. Little sentimental things like that is always good, especially in a game like Football Manager, which is all about the little storylines, isn't it? Right. Let's just check in. I do also want to try and sell some of these guys that are too old for the under 18. So these guys do need to go. Can I sell Gareth O'Neill? No. I don't know if they're any good. They might be, but because we've beefed out all of the young teams, I kind of want to get these guys gone. Let's make them available for loan at the very least. Sorry, I'm only a pleb. I don't know all of the save heroes. That's all right. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's why you keep the lore going, so that then someone goes, why is it them? And then you go, we can tell the whole story of where they came from. Salatros used to be married to a Swedish international. Very cool. So I really find it cool and pick one of the other German plastic clubs in Germany and show them how it's done properly. Like it. Yeah. How you doing, Emre? Welcome in, dude. Hope you're good. Good day, Clayts. How are we doing? Also playing my 0 badge save from 24 on 26. So I spent too much time on that save. Currently in the year 2057. Going to win a 30th Champions League with Brentford. And then maybe go and test my skills in Brazil or something for 10 years. I like that. Yeah. That's how you keep a save like that alive as well, isn't it? Basically, it becomes a new save when you just go to a new country and do it there. But yes, that sounds good. Did you get a chance to talk about the Araujo deal? What do you think? I did just like 5 minutes ago, Fraj, actually. Yeah. Basically, TLDR, I actually think it's kind of smart business with no real downside. Decent depth. There's a chance he recaptures a bit of form. We can turn his career around. If that's the case, amazing. If it's not the case, it's experience for depth, and he becomes a depth option. And we need players and we need centre-backs, and I don't really see any downside to it. I actually think it's smart business. Could turn out to be brilliant business. Could turn out to be just okay business. I don't know why anyone would have kittens about it. Seems like a waste of energy. That's how I feel. Oh, we did actually get a bid for Gareth O'Neill. Now, Ollie will be happy about this one, because it means Ollie French Jr. goes up the pecking order a little bit. I might try and get a little bit more here. Can I do percentage of next sale? Can I be cheeky and ask for 50? And actually, we'll do less money if I can get that. Love that. It is 2 million. We get 50% of next sale. He's going to go to Southampton, who are... Is it Southampton? It is Southampton, who are Premier League. Could get good value. I think that's a good bit of business. Maybe, is that enough to get us Goldoni? Maybe. For a save, do you think FC Cologne or Parma, personally? Mushroom says Cologne. I say Parma. The only thing with Parma is that it's Serie A. So that's a much more difficult save because of registration. It depends what you want. If you want it to be difficult, go Italy. If you want it to be fun and easy, or easier because of Germany, go with Cologne, is what I'd say. If only he was married by Gary O'Neill. What? I don't know who we were talking about there. Oh, O'Neill. Gareth O'Neill and Gary O'Neill. Yeah, you're right, actually. Is this your first year in the EPL? No, it's our second year here in the Premier League. We had a stormer, a barnstormer of a season last year, and ended up finishing 6th on 72 points. We were predicted relegation, I think, or maybe we weren't, but around there anyway. We're well clear of it, and we actually went into the Champions League by finishing 6th, which is a little bit crazy because of other competitions and where teams that won other competitions. So we're in the Champions League this year, which we have coming up. We play our first game against Basel quite soon. Registration rules, plus I support Cologne in Germany. That makes sense. That makes sense. Also, Cologne have a goat. Do they, Matt? Who are you talking about? I agree, honestly. It feels very low risk, high reward, except for the salary, maybe. But then if you with the salary, it is a high salary, but because it's 1 year, it's basically a £10 million backup for a year. Like 10 million all in, I don't think Liverpool are caring about all that much, if you see what I mean. Obviously, that's a lot of money, but it's one of those where it's for the squad position, for the squad depth he offers, it's really nothing, is it? Ooh, ads. Yeah, Pringle, you don't deserve ads. You deserve to be subs to the channel. Thank you, dude. I appreciate you. Oh, they're right. Colne do have a goat. There's a goat on the badge, isn't there? Sorry. I just thought we were talking young people chat there, and I thought you meant that. Yeah, that's my bad. In my current FM save, a guy who came through my first intake is from New Zealand and had 4 caps with the 1 goal. He's only 18 and withdrew due to travel commitments. I guess you're a long way from New Zealand, maybe. That's a shame. You're not getting someone for 7.5 million with 2.5 million wages with the same quality, for example. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, if you bought a 10 million pound player, which, you know, has to factor in wages as well, you're going to get a really rubbish player. And yeah, the downside, but then that's why there are drawbacks on a deal like that, is because it's cheap in other ways, isn't it? Exactly. I think I don't really, it's just not worth the energy to be upset about it. And then people pointing towards like the Barcelona fans being really happy to see him leave. There are absolute scumbags in that Barcelona online fan base, as we've seen in so many cases. This is also a bloke that went on a mental health break because of the stresses of making mistakes for Barcelona. And I'm sure we don't know the details, but there may well be other outside football impacts as well going on there. But you'd think you'd maybe lay off them a little bit, but no, they don't seem to care about that. But again, the moral compass of the average football fan is crap, isn't it? You might get a more reliable player though, but I don't mind it at all. Exactly, but do you need a particularly reliable player for squad depth for that much money with the ceiling that he could have? I don't think so. I think it just is fine. I think if Araujo does well, could maybe get him permanent. Well, there's an option to buy beyond, yeah. There's an option to buy, so they will sell. It's already agreed for them to sell. Loan of Demico Ballantyne, I don't think so. I guess it's just a question of, do we want to do any more signings? I don't really think. Ooh, there is a loan. There's a little bit of loan interest in Luca right now from Villa, which that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Going to Villa. I don't need him to play necessarily. Let me just offer him out. For everyone not knowing the German league, German Bundesliga have a rule 50+1, of course. Yes, having a rule preventing investors to get in and take over clubs, prevent them from dominating German football. There are 4 clubs that found loopholes. Leipzig with Red Bull, Leverkusen with Bayer, of course, Wolfsburg with Volkswagen, and the last not so obvious one is Hoffenheim with SAP. What are SAP? Obviously, I know it's their shirt sponsor and their big investment thing. Hoffenheim did have a bit of a go, didn't they? A few years ago in terms of spending. They've like weirdly had a few players through there. It's quite an interesting read how these clubs made it to the Bundesliga. Absolutely, yeah. And there's probably a few more that not quite to the same degree have also sort of sneakily taken investment. But yeah. Even like, I'm sure Bayern Munich get a lot of investment from like Allianz and whatever it might be and things that just aren't quite as, you know, over the top. They're just a big club, so I suppose it's the way you do it. SAP is a German software firm in the region of Hoffenheim. Fair. Buying with Audi, exactly that type of thing, yeah. United related, but there have been more and more articles and briefs about United maybe not having to sign another midfielder because Mount can do the job there. Just for him to get injured 20 minutes into the friendly yesterday, he's fine apparently, but it made me chuckle. I mean, that's like Joe Gomez. It's exactly the same at Liverpool, Frudge, where everyone's like, Liverpool feel like they can actually get through without signing any more centre-backs because Joe Gomez, then he gets injured 7 minutes into his first friendly. Like, it comes off injured. So, yeah, exactly. I hope Plozek does well for you at Hoffenheim. He's my favourite player. He made it through my squad dip, I'll say. He's still at the club. I didn't decide to sell him. So, there we go. You ever had a player who had 20 finishing and 20 composure? I had this new gen who I signed at 18. He turned into a Brentford legend and broke records. His name was Ortiz, Mexican. I downloaded a skin and was accidentally seen his CA, not the PA though. So I knew his CA was 197. I imagine his CA was his PA was about what? There's not many options that it could be above that. But yeah, that sounds outrageous. Outrageous. Like so, Joe Gomez. Yeah, and it is. And it is sad what's happened with Mount, but. this happens in football sometimes, doesn't it? Footballers, like, they just, like, the demands at the top level are so high that bodies just break down, and then every other injury just compounds it, and then you've got one injury. So that's how people get injured loads anyway. You have one injury and then another injury occurs because of your like shift of weight or the way that you run or hold yourself, your gait changes, and it causes loads of knock-on injuries. And the more you get, the worse it gets. Like, that's why you see, I think it's like, is it hamstring injuries and you come back from it and you suddenly start getting groin injuries? There's a link between two injuries like that you can, if you went and tracked it, you'd see it in so many players. Who's your favourite FM26 player so far? Again, I might have to distance myself from him now, but this guy, he's gone to Villa in real life, hasn't he? But Johan Manzambi, love him, adore him. He can, if you buy him, he can turn out even better than this. And he sort of has broken through as a bit of a mainstream player now. He's obviously moved to the Premier and was good in the World Cup, wasn't he? But yeah, him. It's one of those things where a lot of the time they're rushing them back, of course. That's my big thing with Liverpool as well. My one maybe worry with the Araujo deal is that by signing him and going big on this idea that he can play right back, by the way, he's played like 15 games at right back in his career, Ronald Araujo. So I'm not really having it that he is a right back, although, yeah, obviously you could play him there. Most of the time Barcelona played him at right back against Vinicius Jr. in Clásicos, because they basically wanted to just put a centre-back there. And I don't hate that as an idea every now and then for Liverpool, but I'm not really seeing him a regular right-back in a Iraola system, in an Iraola setup that usually has a flying right-back. So I'm not sure. Yeah, exactly. The transfer market being down killed me. So he's played 15 90s. I think he may have come on and played like less than, but I think it's 15 90s in total that he's played at right back. So I'm not sure I love that. If Liverpool are going to make that their right back signing, I'd like them to sign a right back, because I can just see them rushing Bradley back. And as we just talked about, that's the thing that'll break him. It's the same with Gomez. He's a centre back but can play right back. Gomez has played a lot more football at right back than he's actually started games at right back a lot more. Gomez is much more of a right back, if you see what I mean. Obviously, they can play there and they have played there, but Gomez has actually played long stints and at left back, which I guess counts for the, acclimatizing them to it. The thing with Araujo as well is I don't think he's great on the ball, is he? Will Liverpool crack top 10 this year? Yeah. What a ridiculous... Ivan, I'm going off you. By the way, Mountain is 3 years at club, has managed 3 full 90s in the Prem for United. That's wild. That is crazily bad, isn't it? Yeah. Confirm selection. Do I need to register? This is the Premier League registration. I think we're all good. Edson doesn't need to be. Everyone else is in. So yeah, we're fine. I know, Ollie. Exactly. Mad. But yeah, so I'm not... Dominic Szoboszlai has played more games at right back than Ronald Araujo. So, like, and you would never call Dominic Szoboszlai a right back, would you? But you see what I mean. Like, obviously you can play there. Would you accept being a manager IRL? Are you offering me, Toolman? Sure. If the pay's good, sounds good. Our £22.5 million buyback clause for Christopher Gorn is now active. I probably won't be using that. He's now a fringe player at Espanyol. Probably won't. According to Fabrizio, 55 mil euro buy option. Yes. Yes. Which again, if he becomes, which is a big if he proves that he's a top level centre back, 55 million for him will be a bargain, especially next year when the market's probably gone even higher, isn't it? But I think that's one of those, it's at that price point where it's like, if he proves it, we can buy him. If he doesn't, it's probably at that high because they're not really planning to. We've Francini signed his new deal, by the way. Should we get to a game? Should we play some Football Manager? Is Conor Bradley fit again? Absolutely not, no. Absolutely not. Yeah, Virgil's contract runs out next year. I think he probably gets another year, depending on... But I think they don't want to be burned twice in the same way that they were with Salah. Not that they were with Salah, because I guess Virgil signed his new contract at the same time. When it gets to this stage, you basically... It becomes more of a a benefit to let players' contracts run short, because if you want to get rid of them because their legs have fallen away because he is an old man now. It's one of them. Yeah, Conor Bradley's miles off it. There was an actual thing that came out that he apparently got more injured because of Martinelli pushing him over when he was injured against Arsenal, because he tried to push him off the pitch, didn't he? And threw the ball at him because he's a petulant little child. Bradley would suit Iraola's system perfectly if he was fit. The problem with Conor Bradley is it's not just that he's not fit now, it's just that he's never really ever proven that he can stay fit for any amount of time. Like, I don't really know what a Conor Bradley is, in that when he's on it, you've seen his top level, but I don't know if that's like can be a consistent level, because you see it with players all the time that when they come back from an injury or they break in and they're unbelievable, but then actually when they play 38 games a season, they're just sort of average. I'm a bit worried that Conor Bradley might just be sort of average if he was to play very regularly, because I've had it in games before where we played him, I was like, he wasn't great there. We just don't know. He's so young and he just gets injured all the time. He could also be unbelievably good. Like, we've seen the level. A whole season's a completely different thing, isn't it? Nico Williams looks classy nowadays. He does look good, yeah. I don't think he's like top level class, but yeah, he's a very solid Premier League right back or left back. Just tell him he's playing Vinny and Mbappe every game. Exactly. He can take his level to that type of level, but whether he does it on a cold, wet, windy night in Stoke, etc., you need a bit of Red Jed redemption. There's a lot of links to him. I don't think they'll pay the money. They're not going to pay 40 million for a Jed Spence, I don't think. And I think they also probably shouldn't pay 40 million for a Jed Spence based on a good World Cup. Although I do really like the idea of it as well. Is it only 40 million? It's 40 million plus. It'll be, but I don't know if he's a 40 million player still. I think we forget that he also wasn't. He has had large spells of not being great, and also for England when he started, he was crap. But when he came on, unbelievable. Spence a better option than Tsimikas. I agree with that. I just don't think there's the money to go around to be going and signing a backup left back, right back for 40 million. Even though in an ideal world it'd be great. I'd be all over it. By the way, I just don't think they will. Right, we've got a game here then. Should we play it? I feel like we should. Let's do Nunes and goal. Naguero Yamada, because Pereira's injured. Ballantyne Edson. Let's do the new contract Francini back in. Let's do Boveda back in. It's Everton at home. Bermeo, Laudelino, Voloyej, the new centre mid signing. Dikimpa, Demista, Terrier. Who have we got as options here? We've got no Dinis anymore, of course. There's Darwin, of course. Gakpo swap with Spence loan. Chelsea FFP swap style. I think, whilst it makes sense, I think they'd look at the Gakpo swap with Spence. Let's say it's Gakpo for Spence plus 35 million. It sounds nice like that, doesn't it? I think they might want to look at 70 million in for Gakpo and be able to write that off as 70 million in for Gakpo because of the swap FFP stuff, because they've changed that now. I think they'd much rather write off a whole 75 million pounds for Gakpo and free up all of that money for spending in the future, rather than write off loads of it because they brought in Spence, who would be a backup right back, left back. I think that's why they'll look at other areas that are cheaper to fill in as backup depth options, because they'll want that financial thing, even though on paper that seems like a great idea. I think there's just so much of the financial paperwork stuff that would stop them doing it. My wild guess of the summer is Lewis Skelly to United. He was already behind Calafiori and Capie for left back. Now his position looks worse with Bruno arriving. United need... I don't think he'd go to United, would he? I don't think Arsenal would let him, would they? Why you do the dodgy loan? Oh, Spence loan. I see. And then buy him next year. I misread your message there, Pav. That makes a load more sense. It would actually make a load more sense. You're right. If they were to do that, it would make yeah. Sorry, I misread your thing. I think I read it as Gakpo swap with Spence in Chelsea FFP swap style. But yeah, no, you're right, actually. There must be something to stop you doing that. I feel like I feel like Villa might be one of the dodgiest teams in the Premier League, by the way, with Chelsea. Like, if you look at their transfer dealings, they are so dodgy. But But maybe they're not dodgy. Maybe it is just that they're in this horrible. We talked about it. That shelf that's below the big top teams that can spend freely. They're in there with Newcastle and not actually able to spend, and maybe that's just forcing it. Or they're dodgy. Yeah, both teams sold the women teams to themselves. Yeah, it's probably. I mean, to be fair, it's probably both of those things, isn't it? Bring back Nunez. Hill, I'll die. I love the guy. Yes, heart over head is winning. They'll never bring back Nunez. It's just not going to happen. As much as I think that would be quite fun, it's not going to happen. Has Kat paused my music? I think she got in the car and it started playing there. I think they use the system very, very well, wankers. I mean, yeah, that's also maybe true. Right, I'm just going to go with that. That's the team. We'll play Everton. Let's play our first game of the stream on 1 hour, 5 minutes. It's what we do, everybody. It's what we do. The idea of Nunez is better than the reality of Nunez. Yeah. I just think you also do burden yourself with a Darwin Nunez again, who's not going to want tiny wages, and you're going to be there thinking, how do you then get rid of him again? As much as it's like, great, we've brought him in. Like, we've got him this year. I think it just becomes a problem and an issue, and I just think it's just worth just moving on, isn't it? Although I'd love Liverpool to sign a player that can play through the middle. I'm really quite worried with how they're going to use Isak this year. You cannot have an over-reliance on Alexander Isak after what we saw last season. That's the one thing you can't do. Like, if you want to get the best out of Isak again, and he looks so sharp, by the way, in pre-season, he looked good at the World Cup. And like, our season now relies on two players that haven't really hit the ground for an extended amount of time yet, in Wirtz and Isak. Those are two signings that now the whole season relies on. But you can't, if you're making him play 3 times a week, 2 times a week regularly, he's just going to break down, get injured, and then you've got who up front? Chiesa, and you're screwed. That's the one thing I'm probably most worried about. Just joined. Did you end up signing Goldini? Not yet, Pretty Green Eyes, although the window is still open, technically. Isak did hit the ground. That was the problem. Yeah, it was a bit unlucky, wasn't it, that he just broke his leg, but we move. We are where we are. I feel like the game sounds are really loud. Isak will suit Iraola well. I think he will. And it does look, in terms of how we're on only comms, chat. It's because I was recording a video. The video, by the way, should have come out on Friday, but I've got a sponsor on it, and it got delayed with the sponsor, so there'll be a video out on Monday, Tuesday, early next week once the sponsor comes through, which is a cool little sponsor, actually. So, oh, Terrier, what a finish that is in front of the crane. Beautiful. Lordolino assist, 1-0. Happy days. There hopefully will be 2 videos next week, if all goes well, because this video is finished. I just need to record the ad insert on it. I think there's a lack of strikers out there, so more likely to get a right winger who can strike her. There is, and I guess it's just like, who is that again? What type of like opportunistic backup signing can you even make? It's just not that not that many. Yeah, Munoz can play striker. Barcola, if they do sign him, can play down the middle. Like, it's just not very it's not great, is it? Endrick loan. He doesn't sign for Liverpool and then come in as the backup to Isak, though, does he? If Endrick's signing for anyone on loan, it's because he's going to start every single game. And, like, that'll be a massive part. It's just not going to happen. Also, I just don't see Liverpool getting themselves involved with that type of circus, honestly. And I also don't think he's good enough to justify that. Francini. He can start right wing, I think. Nah. I don't think he's a winger, Endrick. We're 2-0 up, by the way. I think the idea of Endrick is better than the actual reality of Endrick. Gabby Jesus, for you, my friend, great price, 20 million. Genuinely, there are worse options. But yeah, no, I think the last thing we need is another injury-prone player, though, to rotate with Isak. But yeah, that one, I'm afraid you're going to be stuck with and going to struggle to get rid of. Right, we are beating Martin Martin's Everton team 2-0 at half-time. Happy bloody days. I've just said I'm not happy with it. I'm going to make some subs to bring on some other players too. Jesus' wages are massive. They are, yeah. Yeah, Napoli and Saudi to the rescue. It will be, won't it? Marmoush would be a great fit. The problem with Marmoush is that to sign him, he has to move to another team first, and then you can buy him. He's just not... City aren't going to sell to Liverpool. Liverpool should go for Demiste. He can play wing through the middle. He can. I'll tell you who would be the perfect signing for Liverpool to rotate with Isak, by the way. Mateta. I don't think they'll do it. But, like, if you threw 30 million at Mateta, you'd actually get... Well, maybe, to be fair, they might want a bit more now. But remember, he was basically out the door. That would be the type of signing that would just make loads of sense for Iraola, but they won't do it. They won't do it because there's Ekitike to come back, and they won't want to. They just don't like having clogged up positions. Hasn't he got a dodgy knee though? Which is also sort of why you could get him though, isn't it? It's insane how no one cares about City flops. I guess that's what happens when you win the lot. Exactly that. Exactly that. City can get away with the flops. Any other team, it gets like slated for them. Like Marmoush is on 300k a week. He's not really been a flop, but he's not been 300k a week, has he? The dream is Ryan. Oh, for sure, yeah. I think that's another thing Liverpool love to do, is that they will compromise a season to get their main target the year after. It then feels like then, though, there's another compromise to make, and we just might win one league, but then we'll never have this sustained success because they won't do it all at once, which maybe then they tried to do last season a bit and like preempt Salah going with like Isak and Vert, but it's one of those where it's like, that didn't really work. So yeah, Evan Nilsson, maybe he's so sharp. I don't know if Evan Nilsson's that good, but I guess like he's one that Iraola knows. I just don't think I don't know. I don't see that one. I think, but Bournemouth will probably want quite a lot of money for him as well, is the problem. I don't know what the market is for like a player to come in as a sort of short-term backup striker. Yeah, I don't think he's that good. Right, 75. We can do a host of changes here. Let's do Oliveira in midfield. Let's do Sane on up front. Darwin Verta Nunez at right back. And Dinko on... Is that 4? That's 4. And then we'll do Edson at left back. Maybe. He's just fine. Exactly, yeah. Not awful, not great. That's how I feel about his. But then I thought Gyökeres would be amazing. Yeah. Marmoush, I feel like, suffered from Pep exclusively using him only as a striker 75% of the time when he's very capable of playing on the wing. He's probably capable of playing in other positions and getting in the team more. Pep just wanted a very specific thing from his wingers last season and the last couple of seasons. He wanted a Doku from his wingers, didn't he? Which is basically ball carrying and space opening from them. He's got 6 in a 6th place team last season. I say that's a quality team. I mean, to be fair, yeah. Liverpool looks really good with Bobby Firmino style strikers. Barcola the closest in the market. Nah, Barcola won't do that. Barcola's very different, I'd say, to Firmino. Barcola's is pacing behind and play wide. I don't know who is like the closest. Firmino was a bit of a unicorn. I don't know who would even do that. I hope Liverpool don't go for Mateta. Hate lazy players. His work rate is awful. I think that's more of a role thing, though, isn't it? Like, he's been quite successful. And again, it's a depth option thing, isn't it? At the moment, there is no depth for Isak. They're like, who plays there? Like, at the moment, it's Gakpo. And Gakpo through the middle it's a tough watch. Like with Maresca, that might change, but it's probably make or break season for him. I don't know if it will change based on... He might play more, I suppose. Based on City being linked with... are you all right now, are you? Based on them wanting Pedro Neto, or like being linked to Neto, that makes me think that maybe that's just lazy journalism because it's Maresca, etc. But that makes me think that they want that type of winger that isn't really the goal threat, isn't really going to do much more than just sort of dribble and make space by dribbling, which is what Doku does, isn't it? What's up with Yamada? What's a new contract? He's on 42k a week. Let's see. I mean, let's give him a new contract, but let's see what he wants. Neto's dependent on Savinho going. Yeah. But that's what I mean. It's the profile of player that you're looking at which is, again, Savinho is in that same ballpark, isn't it? I don't get the Neto deal. You're getting rid of Savinho for a slightly older Savinho. Is it money? Do you get more money for Savinho than... But, like, yeah, I don't really get it either. Like, you might as well just stick. Unless they really don't rate Savinho. And also, the other thing is that maybe Savinho wants to go. And they don't really want to lose the profile of Savinho, but he doesn't want to be there anymore. And they're kind of honouring that a little bit, maybe. Ekatike is a striker, yeah, but he's also out. He's got no Achilles, Chaz. So he's out until at least December. And I think that's that. And then when he comes back in December, there's no promise of what he's going to be. I would write off the entire season for Ekatike and just hope that he can contribute, really. Also, Ekatike has done loads in his career. He played off Marmouche at Frankfurt, didn't he? And what does Iraola like? He likes like a player playing off the striker, Krupi playing off Evan Nilsson, for example. Is like so I can see him coming in and doing that role a little bit and then using Virt somewhere else. Big Brian Brobby. Brobby would cost so much money. There's no way. Too expensive. There's just a real lack of available attackers that are impactful in any meaningful way. Exactly. Yeah. Very true. That's why they cost. That's why Diamande's 150 million euros all in. That's why Barcola's 140 million euros or whatever all in. That's why the prices are there. Not just because, like, it's not just because Chelsea spend 117 million on Morgan Rodgers, because that also includes the Premier League tax thing. That's why these prices, because actual needle movers are expensive and there aren't many of them. That's actually decent. I thought you want more wages than that. Enjoy another season of Martinelli, yeah. Neto did play well for Chelsea yesterday, did he? Well, he's actually... Neto was quite high, like, a quite interesting profile at Wolves. Probably flattered to deceive a little bit. But, like, he had really good games. Mostly against Liverpool, it felt like. But, like, there is a player in there, isn't there? Players go to Chelsea, though, and then immediately become rubbish. Like, that just happens, doesn't it? And he did have 2 ACLs. That is true. He wants 93 with the 3 years on there. Let's give him a bit more here. I would like the 3 years in there. Let's do... If we get relegated, you can go for 3 as well. For free, sorry. 84, done. Did you see that Garnacho debut clip? The one where he passed it out? I did see that, yeah. I have no idea what we're going to do at this point. I wonder where... I guess it kind of depends how far along the line Liverpool are with Barcola, because surely you just try and get involved in that. But if it's too far down the line, then I actually don't know what you do. Keenan Yildiz, wait a year. Yeah, I don't know. To be fair, you did win the league and you've still got all the same players. Zolis replacing Trossard. So you obviously want to improve, but it's one of those where actually it's maybe a little bit of greedy fan stuff. Where I fully agree that Martinelli's rubbish, but at the same time, you did win the league with him. And maybe he's not quite as... But you know, these players burn your head out, don't they? So maybe it's that he's not actually as bad as that, but maybe he is. Maybe it's not the end of the world is what I mean. Maybe. I don't know. Hopefully it is. And hopefully he finished 10th or something. That'd be great. I don't know how Chelsea sells 16 players in 2 weeks. They do move mad, don't they? Right, we must be... Oh, we went through the window. Okay, there we go. I was going to say, we've missed the window. I still think Eze left wing is worth trying. I imagine we're going to try for Alvarez again for a few weeks. I imagine so, and then ultimately not get him because the money they'd want you to put up, you just shouldn't go anywhere near. Yildiz, I just don't care about. Me neither, really. Liverpool been linked with him, in like not this season, but in previous seasons, and it's never really moved me. I give you a great deal on Rashford. I would not be surprised if Arsenal got involved on Rashford. Not surprised at all. But yeah, I think Eze can also play there. And Eze hasn't really found his place in the squad. And I think he's actually not... Like, he's pretty good there. So I can see that as an option too. Could do so much worse than a short-term Rashford deal. Exactly. And the thing with Rashford is you leave that until basically the week before the deadline. And then... everyone becomes that little bit more desperate about it, and it becomes a little bit more like the Sterling signing, but maybe less desperate because you're a better team now. And it kind of makes sense for everybody. And you get a real good end of the deal on it because, I don't know, is there a way back for Rashford at United? Does he want to be there? That's the thing. Athletic said Rashford would rather honour his contract than go to another Premier League team. Well, if it's in the Athletic, I mean, maybe, but we don't know, do we? It'd be so cheap in comparison to the players worse or barely better. 100%, yeah. Chelsea were linked with Yildiz this summer as well, I think, but then they signed Rodgers. I think he's overrated. Rodgers, I agree. No, you didn't mean that. It's Laurie Whitwell, so basically United mouthpiece, which also means that he can also be saying the things that United fans want to hear. Maybe true, maybe not. I wonder why nobody is trying for Yildiz. He's 21, really good left wing. I think because they want so much money for him. But yeah, I don't know. That's the thing you always have to look at as well. Is like, why has actually no one taken a punt on him? When we talked about Diamande earlier, it's like, why is no one actually like taken a punt on him? Maybe they just want to see that. I don't know. Is that a new hair? I think they're old hairs. My head's a bit shorter, if that's what you mean. I had a haircut a while ago, yeah. How you doing, Cosine? Also, as not having a horse in the race this year, I want big Brian Maggio to have a breakout season at Villa. Maybe he will. Luxembourg's finest. Is that where he's from? I think it is, right? Most want him gone. It's such a risk. Yeah. We don't want to hear that, really. Okay, fair enough. I think you probably want to hear that he doesn't want to go to another Prem club, maybe. But yeah. Glad to finally catch you live from the States. A newborn will get you up at all sorts of hours. You're telling me, Caleb. You're telling me. I hope you're well, though, my friend. I hope newborn dad life is going as well as it can be. And you're enjoying it. It's a lovely time, but it is tiring. 100 mil for a non-proven top player with a good World Cup with Ivory Coast is crazy. That it is. Fully agree. But there's also a reason why the top teams were all in on Diamande. That is a player that will not fail because of like so many people think he's top. I'm waiting for a new Everton signing apart from Tyreek George. So's Andy Burnham, isn't he? Have you seen those? Where he's like, he's like comment to Ellis where he's like, you've got me on shirt shopping before Everton have signed a new right back. Where are all of our players on this bench? Let's put some of these under 19s and I don't want under 19s. Under 21s. Anyone available for the bench? No. Are you on the bench? You can go on the bench. Unregistered, so they can't be. All right, that'll do. Morning, Clayts. What's your thoughts on Jed Spencer Liverpool? I would, but with Frimpong, is it too like for like? They're not like for like. Frimpong can't play right back. But yeah, I did actually talk about that before, Colon. I would do it, but I don't think they would do it. I think it would cost too much and they won't do it. We're a Champions League team, by the way. 3 counties are playing in the Champions League. We play FC Basel at the showground. Let's have a look at this Champions League. Look at that. Champions League branding for the 3 counties. You do love to see it. They've got Ronaldinho. He's playing up front for them. Of course they have. Look at that. Big fan of the JCBs. What? Jed Spence surprised me at the World Cup. I take a punt on him, but Spurs won't let him go cheap, and I wouldn't have thought. No, exactly. Champions League music. The JCBs. I see what you mean. Yeah, we do have. We've got a crane. We've got a couple of cranes at the end again. It's what we do. We need to get our Champions League branded kits and then load them in before every Champions League game, and then take them back out again. Oh no, actually, I put the Champions League. Oh no, it shows it anyway in game, doesn't it? Oh, that's cool. I forgot they did that. Anyway, we're underway. Basel. I did not know Basel had a black and white kit like this. I like it. He's a winger or a wing back in a 5. That's his game. What, Frimpong? He's not a winger. I'll say that. No, not a winger. Please don't subject me to Jeremy Frimpong as a right wing again. I'd much rather him as a wing back. He's got great like 1v1 attacking every now and then when he's on it, and he's quick, and I do like him, but he's just not. I don't know. I don't really understand what that. I get like. I genuinely think a big part of that exactly ended up exactly as expected. I genuinely think they signed Frimpong in to convince Florian Wirtz to sign. I think they might have actually just done that. Just don't subject me to watching him. He's not that bad. But yeah, it is, yeah. Thought he was a right bed in the physio room. Yeah, he's a bit saying that as well. He was not injured at Leverkusen. He comes to Liverpool and he can't get fit. Just ship him off to Inter, yeah. Ship him off to a team that plays with wing backs. Chelsea will have him. Maybe. Yeah, with Alonso. He was great at Leverkusen. He was. He actually was. That's the thing. He's been really quite unlucky as well. Like, he was used in a way that did get the best out of him, to be fair. But he was actually really solid at Leverkusen. I remember we played Leverkusen in the Champions League, and he was constant up and down on the right wing. Played right wing back, but scored a goal. Was it offside? Anyway, he put the ball in the back of the net at one point, and it was genuinely impressive. And then he's had a season at Liverpool, new club, injured constantly, played out of position. We were crap, which doesn't help. So it's one of them. One of them. Yeah, it is. It is, yeah. It is it's exactly. We definitely didn't platform in a way that was ever going to get the best out of him. And then that's where I'm always a bit uncomfortable, just like slating a player. I was like, we didn't really help him, did we? Yeah, this Basel kit's cool. 0-0 after 41, though. Can we go and get ourselves a goal? Fault to Kimper down the right. Lordolino volley. Oh, my word, he's so bloody good. This man is outrageous. He does this every game. Look at him. Oh, my Lord, indeed. Hits this. De Kimper assist, by the way. Hits this flush on the volley. Low. Past the keeper in front of the cranes. Beautiful. Only so far a platforming excuse can go. People are still doing it for Martinelli. That is true. But it's a bit different when he's proven that he can do it. And you've seen it with your own eyes. Like, it's not an excuse. It is also the truth. But yeah, I see what you mean. Basel's Ronaldinho going to score a screamer? I hope not. Up the Kimper, indeed. Could the town get some streetlights? It's blooming dark. It is, isn't it? It is. That's not safe to walk through those parks. Right. Demista. Bermeo. Terrier. Straight after the start of the second half. Valoyes. Bermeo. Francini. Look at the football. Oh, good save, keeps. I wonder how Ronaldinho's doing. I thought for some reason, okay, but good camera work there. We can see the bench lows, brilliant. I wonder how Ronaldinho's doing. Can you see his goals on here? He's not even a starter for them usually in the league. 1 start, 5 off the bench, scored twice. Doing all right. Thank God Zolis looks competent. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Like, Zolis, if he is an upgrade or even a side grade on Trossard, you're probably fine. He looks like Porro. What, Ronaldinho? Yeah, I guess I can see it a little bit. I see what you mean. Cossin, no. You mean he can take corners? Yeah. Baveda down the left. Terrier blocked and away. My love. Can't join if you can't take corners, exactly. Horrible, horrible, horrible football club. Right, 15 to play. I should make subs, shouldn't I? Let's do De Kimper for... I'll move the Meester wide. Let's bring Sane on and do that. And then we'll also do Darwin Vertin Nunez on the left. And Bruno coming on. For Lordolino, who's knackered. And let's do Oliveira in midfield. Let's do those. I was going to do all 5 subs. That we are only actually 1-0 up here, aren't we? Let's make sure we actually do win. I presume FM updates ended a long time ago. I think only a couple of weeks ago they said that they are they've moved, like, switched towards FM 27 now. But yeah, they did officially say there's no more FM 26 updates, yeah. Francini, Oliveira, Darwin Verta, Nunez, nearly. Vader. Francini, 2-0. Right, we are going to win the game. Lovely stuff. Did the World Cup mode work? Yeah, it was good, actually. Worked really well. I know, crazy. And looked really quite cool, all of the proper assets in there and stuff. It was actually a success, I'd say. I've got no real interest in it, but it was a success for people who did. They did actually implement it quite nicely and quite well, I think. Are we winning it all? I think we might be. We've got another goal there. He's going to be offside, I think. Is Diomande a right wing? I think he can play right wing or left wing. He's mainly left wing. Bruno G. Wowza, always loved that guy. Yeah, I might have to sell him in the game. He's got to go. Good free kick that, but he's well offside. We don't need to see that a million times. Ronaldinho on a 6.4. Love that. We've won ourselves a Champions League game. We've won all of our Prem games and our Champions League game now. I think we might be... If we win it all this year, is the save done? Have we completed it? I don't think we do win it all this year, but that'd be... But maybe. 1.8 million from that. Ooh. Dennis has played a game for Stoke. Did he score? No. 6.4 played 26 minutes. That is not what I like to see for an apparent important player. He started one and came off the bench once. Okay, that's all right. He did actually start the first game. How often has Darwin Verted actually inverted? Well, he's playing left wing there, so he's kind of inverting. To be honest, it's mainly... he's not really even playing inverted right wing back, is he? But, you know. We're winning it all. I think we're winning it all. Are we winning it all? I think we might be winning it all. How good is Endrick these days, as we talked about him today? Endrick scored a powerful effort. How's he looking in game? Where is he? There. Good. Does look 222 million. It does look good, yeah. You know what we mean, you scoundrel. Honestly, if FM27 is a polished version of 26 with very minor issues, we're in a good place. I mean, yes. I think there's a lot they could improve, but let's just wait and see. Let's hope. Thoughts on the AFTV Bruno G video that was so obviously filmed for Vinny Jr.? I'm going to shock you here, Tom. I've not been indulging myself in AFTV Bruno Guimaraes video content as a habit, really. That might be a shock. Inspired by TCFC, I've started a save with the team from the village next to me. Very nice. Take them to the top. I do love a one club save. I don't think I've really done many hopping about saves in FM26, actually, but yeah, I do indulge in the Arsenal. I couldn't think of anything worse. I do not indulge. Thank you very much. Okay, I was worried about you there, Beyond. I couldn't think of anything worse than that vomit-inducing football club being anywhere near my phone screen. If you're an Arsenal fan, you're still sound, by the way. You're fine. And I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I couldn't escape it. One of the worst things I've ever watched. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not shocked by that, though. You don't need to be worried about Beyond. Beyond is class. He simply mistyped a word. Or missed a word out. It's all good. We're probably seeing them go back to back. Nah, we'll be all right. Bournemouth will win the league this year and we'll all be saved. Yeah, exactly. When Arsenal are good, it's not really... Yeah, it's not as good. Where's the little dog? I think Kat's taken him. I think she's gone to her parents. She is coming back, hopefully. But yeah, he's out and about at the moment. He had a lovely day at the beach yesterday, though. So, and in Cornwall, generally. Bognar's improved recently. Interesting. I should probably get him in the team a bit more, shouldn't I? He is quite good. What a ridiculous way of signing a player, by the way. Signed him in League One, didn't have a work permit, went to Cyprus for a year, got a work permit, and then he started for us in the Championship. Like, how does that get him a work permit? Works perfectly. Hoping to see them fall off this season. They come down after winning the league and bottling the Champions League final. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? We can all dream. But annoyingly, not enough has changed around there. And the Premier League won't have changed enough from the horrible Burnley Stoke setup that it is. And they'll probably just still be absolutely boring to watch and win loads of games 1-0 and win the league. And it'll be great for them. All right. That's probably what's going to happen. But yeah, I never usually do one club saves. The last one was Morata in San Marino. Then I was trying to do a Build a Nation. Yeah, fair. I love the lower league. Hereford, Worcester, Malvern saves. 3 counties now. I do like that. What do you rank Liverpool's window? Unfinished is what I'd rank it at the moment. Think Maresca, Iraola, Alonso will need a season to get things in place. You'd think so, wouldn't you? Yeah. Do you think the 3 promoted clubs are going straight back down? Yes. There are other options, I suppose, but probably. I can hear all the Arsenal hatred from you. I mean, I'm not sure I'm quite... I don't think I'm masking it, am I? I don't think I'm... I'm not particularly trying to hide it. But yeah, they are good. Fine. I'm worried about Fulham. I think people love to be worried about Fulham. But maybe. But also, we have no idea. They've signed a load of like Real Madrid cast-offs and Arbeloa. On paper, terrifying. But they might be fine. Who knows? Any thoughts on Rodri to Barca? Sky say initial offer 51.4 million. I know I wouldn't sell him for that little. How long has he got left on his contract? I think the thing with Rodri is that he's decided to go. I swear he hasn't got that long on his deal. So I feel like it's just a matter of if not, of when, not if though, right? I think Newcastle is the big worry. I think Newcastle are worrying. I think there's still probably just enough players there. And I actually think Matis Yaisel is actually quite a good manager, quite highly linked, highly rated. And I think they'll be fine. But it's a bit, they have been decimated, haven't they? I'm worried about Spurs trying to get Gakpo, please. 1 year left, yeah. So I think £50 million, 60, 70 million euros. And I think that'll just happen, that one. Like, he's chosen Barca. There's he's going to go there. We've got Villa in the league at home. Let's play it. Let's do a couple of changes. Edson can have a run out. Let's give Sani a run out and do Demistra wide. And also, Bognar's going to play, as I did just say that I need to give him game time. I think I've chosen extra players, but there we go. Glasner at Forest is quite exciting. I honestly think that couldn't be less exciting. Glasner is quite boring, effective, and Forest are not... I would never say the word exciting about them. But they could be solid. Yeah, is probably what I would say. Either going to be relegated or in the Europa League again, probably. That is Forest, though, isn't it? And he also... I mean, Glasner and Marinakis is... I mean, when it's that's a matter of when, not if, isn't it? Of when that absolutely explodes. And it could be glorious before that point. But yeah, Christ. Those are some personalities there. Oh, thank you. I've always been a fan of a back three, so there's my bias. Fair. 1-0. Tyler Adams has scored for Villa. A lovely little finish, that. Fair play. Andy, thank you very much. I think Holman, by the way, I completely ignored you when you used your prime earlier, so I appreciate you, and maybe even Woe. Thank you so much. You are both legends. If I did ignore you, I'm so sorry. I didn't stream for 2 weeks, so I'm a little bit rusty with this. Holman for the 4 months with Prime, Woe with the 5 months with Prime, and also Andy now 7 months with Tier 1. Good morning all. Just got home from a nice country walk. Lovely stuff. Hope everyone is okay. How is your holiday? Good. How was your holiday? Yeah, it was all right. Oh my word, what have we done there? He's missed it. What the hell was that? Yeah, good. I went camping last weekend, and then we're in Cornwall yesterday. So yeah, it was nice. Bit of a break from streaming and stuff as well. Wasn't necessarily planned, but it's one of those. I'm glad that I did. I feel better about things with it. Couple of videos, or a video ready to go for next week. Hopefully going to do another one with this new multi-club save. We should keep things ticking over before 27, basically. That might be how things are at the moment, chat. streams here and there where we can, keep things ticking over without going like too crazy, and then we'll start to get FM27 news hopefully, and things can ramp up again for the new game. Basically, I've never quite had it last year, I guess, because it was the first year that I did it, but I've never quite had it where you get to August and you are kind of trailing off from the game. Like, I always had it because I was teaching, and August always became like this massive opportunity in terms of content creation, where other big creators would kind of wind down a little bit, and suddenly if you were one of those other creators on like the level below that, you would sort of get more views as they tailed off a little bit. I think we're just in a different climate anyway, generally these days, but also I'm also now at that point where I'm like, I'm tired. And so maybe it's the chance for, like, you know, me to take a bit of a break, and other people can do their videos and thrive. We're 2-0 down here. This isn't good. It's a Rayan goal set up by Morgan Rogers. We're 2-0 down at home to Villa. Like, changing a couple of players has done this, is it? Not sure about that. We need to maybe, let's get to halftime and maybe do a couple of changes. There's Demista with his piercing eyes. I think 27-28 could be a really good title race. Top 4 or 5 look like it's going to be really strong. Possibly true, yes. For next year, after a year of like settling in, maybe, yeah. The pivot to DayZ content is becoming inevitable. Do you want to genuinely, do you want to see some DayZ streams? And there'll probably be evening streams. But is that where we do more streams and we just do some DayZ stuff? Because I am actually at the point where I'd love to play some DayZ, but my friends are getting bored of me making them play DayZ at the moment. So maybe if there's like some people who we could create a bit of a, like, go on a specific server and do a little bit of a base and play it as like a couple of you guys, I mean, would want to play DayZ with me. Maybe we could do some stuff like that. Maybe. I always say it and never do it, so I know that. On Twitch, there a way to keep your subscription going? I think you can I think if you do a tier 1 rather than a primer, Holmesy, it will auto resub. I think you just have to share it each week for me to see it, but it will auto resub every month. Like auto renew, yeah. Demista, can we get a goal back now then? Then we'll do changes. It's gone wide. Good save. Any new ideas for a rebuild? Do the promoted teams. That's always an obvious one. Teams that have gone down, get them back up maybe. Okay, we've got a goal there. Weird angle. Someone asked about the camera, actually. It's the... What was it? It's like the dynamic camera mod livery. If you Google FM26 dynamic camera, it's that one. Give me a cheap DLP for Oxford United. I don't know if I know one off the top of my head, dude. Right, 2-1. With time left over, Francini's got 2 in 2. Can we bring... I did just answer that, livery. Hopefully you've put that message in before you've actually heard me say that. But dynamic camera mod. Look at that mental stadium, by the way. It looks crazy. All good, all good. But yeah, my bad. I missed it the first time. Sheffield Wednesday, that's an obvious one, yeah. For a good rebuild. Always you could go and do like the fallen Italian giants. Go and do like Parma. Even like Lazio. Take them back to the top. Newcastle, give yourself 165 million, like the money they've brought in, rebuild. I mean, to be fair, they've kind of done it already, haven't they? Like they've signed Bamba, is it? And Stour. Like they have actually replaced the players. Palermo, Juventus, yeah. Right, let's do subs to try and force the issue a bit. De Kimper. Let's do Valoyes for... How is Lordolino's knackered? I kind of want him on the pitch, though. Let's do him at DM. Get Valoyes on. Baveda at left back. There's a message in the chat there. One from Beyond and one from David. And one of them says Schalke need a rebuild. You'll be shocked to know that that didn't come from Beyond as well. Yeah, they're trying for Højbjerg as well, which is a slightly strange one. I guess it's Premier League solidity, maybe. Thomas Palmer, have you ever signed him? I don't think I have ever signed him. The name kind of rings a bell, but maybe not. Francini over. Hit the bar. And we've got a lovely zoom in on Luca Dino or someone. Is he playing for them still? Nope. It's Rother. Schalke is back in the Bundesliga. Dzeko's going to bang 30 goals. Maybe. 30 might be pushing it for a, what, 39-year-old or whatever, but yeah, maybe. Maybe. As a Spurs fan, I hope Newcastle can sign Højbjerg and hate him within 2 weeks. Fair. Not gonna lie, I thought, did you think Dina as well? I think it's the kit and like the slightly blonde hair. It just felt, he felt very Dina, didn't he? For lawyers, Terrier, go on then. To Kimper. Oh, he's missed it. That had to go in, I think. We were nearly back from 2-0 down there. We are putting the pressure on here. Go on, lads. Salvage a draw at least from this game. Bognar. Baveda. Our finishing is woeful. What, is he 40, Dzeko, now? Wild. Over. What changes have I got left? I've got a shout in me. Let's berate them. Saying that. I'm still in my Wembley suit. I forgot. Look at the lovely tracksuits, by the way. Beautiful. De Kimper down the right. Tackled. De Kimper. Lordolino. Valoyes. It's good football. It's bad football. Right, they're playing it long to Harvey Elliott. They're in trouble here. Sane! Saved! He was offside. We're in this game, though. Highlights are not stopping. Look, straight away from this. This is the new highlight. We stay up, but I don't know if Dzeko getting... where's that gone? Getting that many? No. Huge downgrade on Bruno, though. Personally, I'm not convinced by Newcastle's business at all. It's very risky, isn't it? I guess is what they felt like they had to do, is go back to signing slightly unproven players and take a bit of a risk on them. But yeah, it makes you worry. But as I said before, it could also be brilliant. It could be inspired. It could be exactly what they need. Signing players that are talented but young and, you know, under a good manager. Maybe I'm being a little bit too hopeful there. As all of the top teams do kind of prioritise just proven players, don't they? How's that gone in there? Surely offside. He is. We're going to check it. I'm not sure how the keeper's let it in, though. It's a header from the edge of the box. John's the manager, by the way. My brother is the manager, I've just seen. John Clayton. Right, disallowed. We've got 9 minutes to try and get a goal here. Shall we go for it? Let's do Lordolin. In fact, I'm going to make a change. We're going to do... Why can't that work? That can work. I'm not having that. It can work. We're going to go like this. Sane off for Darwin-verted Nunez. That's a ridiculous thing to do. Have I got one more sub? Ballantyne on at right wing back, and I think that's all of it. Ref, you mean, unless he's changed job. What did I say? Manager. He's the ref. Yes. Let's do that. Come on, lads. Lordolino in the 10 with 3 strikers. We're looking at the bench. I think that's Franco Oliveira. We've got a corner. Terrier. Good football to Kimper. How's that not gone in? It bounced just wide. There's John Clayton, the ref. Valoyes. De Kimper. It's in! It's offside! The ref's going to check it. They're not really celebrating. The linesman flag doesn't look to be up. Is he onside? No! Who was off? What a unserious game this is. Who was off in this then? They're all kind of... Does it hit him? Yes, he kicks it in, right? He was offside. This is the dynamic camera mod, Breezy. It's a bit wild at times. I think there's an update to it that I need to load in. But I do just like how different it is. Sometimes it just randomly shows you things that and not the game that's going on. But I kind of like it. Right, there you go. Game over. They've scored from a corner. We gave that a good go, didn't we? From 2-0 down. We've been caught out by a set piece and we're going to lose. Harvey Elliott's corner. Mamadou Sarr, big header. Oh, wait, that reminds me. I wonder how Mbemba's doing after we sold him. I like looking at players that you've sold and seeing how they're doing. I think that keeps you in touch with your game world you've created as well. Have we checked who's been winning the Champions League in this save either, by the way? I feel like that's, again, an FM26 thing that you kind of lose track of those things unless you go looking for it. Champions League winners have been Barcelona have won it 2 years in a row. Real Madrid, PSG, Man City won it a couple of times. Liverpool won it first season. Real Madrid, City, PSG. Barcelona becoming good's interesting. Liverpool have been in the final 2 years as well. 2034, 3 counties, of course. Who of Barcelona? Enzo Maresca is Barcelona manager. Who have they got in their squad? They've got Yildiz is there. There you go. Talked about him earlier. They've got this guy, a German 23-year-old striker called Przemysław Dzuba. Polish? Polish second nationality. Looks quite good. Liverpool, Real Madrid back-to-back final in the first 2 seasons. It was, yeah. I do like to, you do need to go searching that out to kind of like build up your world building and your understanding of your game universe, which is kind of annoying. I had no idea that the best team in Europe at the moment is Barcelona. Podolski walks so he could run, exactly. Where's Carl ended up? What, Carl Gunnar Gilbertson? I have no idea, and I think I sold him this summer, didn't I? He is at Getafe. Was it last summer? Last summer. He's had a season there. He didn't play loads. I mean, look at the profits we turned there as well. 76k to 1.3 mil. How much money have we got, by the way? 94 million in the bank. I feel like that could be a bit higher based on our transfer business. I guess we've like signed a lot of players for quite a lot of money as well, haven't we? Let's have a look through some of the players out. Because God knows we need a distraction. Let's go back to last season. These guys went... we actually our most valuable sale last season was Carl Gunnar Gilbertson. Folovsky obviously has now gone permanently to Oxford. How's he started? 4 sub appearances, no goals. Eduardo Alvarez, do you remember him? He looks very not real, doesn't he, in his picture? He's now playing for Penarol in Uruguay and is playing regularly. Fair play to him. Tanu Galas became actually valuable in Portugal. Scored 1 goal. Gagliotti, I think he's still on loan from us, isn't he? Still technically our player. He's very good. Does he ever play for us? We've got him on loan at Liège, one of our affiliates. Steve Halmerson at Bristol Rovers. These are loans. That was a free transfer. Oh, no. Oh, that's not true. I just hadn't scrolled up, even though I scrolled down. We did sell players. Antic at Bayer Leverkusen, of course, is... I don't know how he did last year. How did he do last year? Look at that. £22 million for a player that played 8 games for them. 6 off the bench as well. We pulled their pants down. He has played... I suppose he's playing this year. He's got a goal already. Are you winning the league? I mean, maybe, Drez. We are top at the moment. We also sold Ronaldinho, that we know what he's doing. My camera's just gone off because apparently it's too hot. Let's turn the other one on. Side profile view incoming. Turn that one on. No signal, apparently. There it is. Signal. Ooh. Annoyingly, this camera really... I suppose if I go... It suits it better on that side, doesn't it, this one? Podolski still plays, I think. Does he actually? I think he just came out of retirement to continue playing, didn't he? I think I did see that. I got my plants there now, by the way. Whereas flowers these days? I thought we were talking about my plants then. Ronaldo Flowers, did he ever get a club? I think he may have retired because he didn't get one. He doesn't exist anymore. He's gone. He's vanished. He's nothing. He doesn't exist anymore. Anyone else you want to get a check-in on? Prince Cisse, 10 million we got for him. Did actually play a load of games in the Premier League. They got their money's worth there, to be fair. Approving of the plant pot placements. Yeah, you got to get them a bit of sunlight, haven't you? And I got that long tray there, look, is perfect to actually keep them alive a bit more, rather than just put them in the back of the room and then they didn't have any sunlight and I forget to water them, basically. There's Mbemba. That's who I wanted to check. He went to Al Ahly, so I guess he's playing loads, but it doesn't really count. He's in Saudi, isn't he? Joe, but how you doing, buddy? Big up, Clayts. We'll catch up on the rest of the stream later. Going back to bed, 5 a.m. in the Midwest. Outrageous. Got up to drop a friend at the airport. Fair play to you. What a good friend you are. And I was going to say I'll see you later in the stream, but also I'll see you I'll see future you when you're here. Did you start? Did you score? You did not start and you did not score. Bit worrying. 2 off the bench now for Dennis. I guess it's regular football, but I'd like him to be starting. You told me important player, Stoke. Don't you tell me you've lied to me, because I will be unhappy. Magic Ped, smoochy to you too, my friend. I hope you're good. It's been a very football chatty stream today, hasn't it, chat? See future you later, indeed. Well, I'll be past me, but future you, I think. It's a bit Doctor Who, all that, isn't it? But then future him will also hear the message of past him. Yeah, it's we're bending time and stuff in this stream. Crazy. Chat, I may go and grab another coffee at this stage rather than not have a coffee. I think life's better with one. So we're chilling this morning. We're having a good time. I'm going to go and grab a coffee, I think, and I'll be back in about a couple of minutes. Go and take... Have I got my thing? There, no, that's not the hydration break. Going in, that's not the hydration break either. Go hydration break. There it is. I'll be back in a second. Hydration break indeed. Go and get yourself a drink. Go for a wee. Do what you need to do, and I'll be back in a minute. And we'll continue this very low key. It's very low key in game, isn't it? This stream, but I'm kind of here for it. I thought hydration breaks have been banned. Not in this stream. We continue it's a good tradition. We're going to keep it going. You ever make an enemy of another manager in FM? Loads of times, Holmesy. Someone do ! Youngberg. That's exactly what that is. Right, chat. I'll be back in a second. I'm going to make a coffee. I'll see you in a minute. Hello. Lenny is here. I lied to you. Lenny actually is here. He's just Dandino. I'm distracted. Dandino, thank you so much for the 42 months. I like how that came through after because I wasn't here before. Lenny actually is here. He's not come in. I've left the door open so he can do, but he was downstairs. So I lied to you in regards to that, didn't I? My bad. I'm sorry. Right, let's get rid of that. Shall we continue our journey here then? What's our next game? We have got a Champions League game. We play Benfica. Let's go and do that, and see what we can do for the remainder of the stream. This has been fun this morning. Thank you for chatting football with me. I mean, I've been horrible about Villa. I've been horrible about Forest. I've been horrible about Arsenal, but none of you have actually been toxic. So fair play to you, because I probably would have been if you'd said the same about Liverpool. So fair play to you. Thank God for the high quality graphics. Otherwise, I would have been so confused joining to a chair stream. Exactly. I put up those graphics to serve you guys. Greenest, thank you so much for the 19 months. Appreciate you, dude. Lenny's here. Do you want to see him? Come here, mate. Or go there. That's a good place. There he is. There you go. Look, like a show dog. It's like Crufts. That is the perfect place for you to sit. Love that. Look at that. Look at that. That framing. As Nolan intended, I reckon. I just made a cinema joke. I don't really get it. I don't watch films. You know this. Big Len there. Here he is. Right, we've got some stuff going on. Boring. Sunderland, a bit of Coventry. Who is actually... Newcastle have lost a bottom of the league after. They've got zero goal difference. They've got... they had the... That makes more sense. They had the points deduction this season. So they're on -2. They have won 2 of their 5, but they have also lost 2. That's interesting. Coventry are doing okay. I thought they were going to be terrible, but they did just lose 4-1. Big Len. Right, mate? Yeah, I think he's all right. This is what he does most of the time. Just chills like this. Len, do you want some... There you go. That's how you get his attention. Do you want a cuddle? Do you want some... Do you want some... You want to go to the beach? Do you want some water? I don't want to actually say the lunch word. Do you want to go for a walk? Do you want some lunch? Yes? The most animated you'll ever see him, I think. And all you can see is... was mesmerised by the plant then. Yeah, I think so. Len, are you a good boy? Yes, you are. Right. Benfica. Oh, we play City away after that. That'll be a proper test. And then I think it is actually international break after that. Lenny was the best manager that ever lived. He really was. He's not in this world, is he? I don't know if we've actually checked. I don't think he is. No. Is he one of the board members here or something? Maybe, but yeah, he's maybe at Worcester as well. I'm not sure. Leonie, when she's here, she could explain, but he was really annoyingly good in that journeyman save, wasn't he? Where he became the best manager literally in the world. You want to lie down here? There you go. There we go. By the way, it's very hot. But oh, I'm going to put it to the wrong camera. Oh god, it's too. This is like operation. Miss the mic. Hubby mug. New coffee. Delicious. Quite hot. Still quite hot. All right. We have Benfica. I did do some changes, didn't I? Let's go with Boveda. We've got 1 space on the bench, but these guys are not fit still, so let's not bother putting them there. Oh, that means Luca didn't actually go out on loan. We kept him around. How you doing, Leon? It's been a while. It has, dude. I hope you're good, my friend. Let's give Demeester a... Is this away? It is away. We kind of need to... Like, Benfica, is that a game we need to try and win? Kind of need to try and win all of the Champions League games. It's not like when you're managing a big team and you can kind of... You know, as long as you win a few, you'll get through at least in the playoffs. I think we do try and aim for the top 8 and try and win anywhere we can. I think we're going to go strong. Let's do... How is Bermeo these days? Pretty good still. Let's go like that. Still with Dinko in the midfield. Beloy's on the bench, but let's do that. Hey. Chat, let's talk transfers then. Which transfers, so you can probably have your own club biases for this. Which transfers do you think will still see them before the deadline? Which, like, they could be ones that are like nailed on, or they could be a slightly more obscure idea that you've got of something that might happen. Have you got any feelings in your waters? My waters, by the way, have been pretty good for Liverpool stuff recently. I've called it twice in terms of, like, I said, I think Gakpo to Spurs might be a thing, and then it sort of has become a thing. Not that it's happened. And then I said there was going to be transfer news, and then there was the Araujo news. What do you think is still going to happen? For example, like, do you think Barcola to Liverpool? Lewis Hall to United, do you think that'll still happen? I've seen that one's kind of... Newcastle have been quite strong on saying no to that, haven't they? But you think it'll still happen, maybe? Bargy to Ajax? I think Bargy out from Barca is going to happen, isn't it? They just don't fancy him. Also, I think Barcelona, it's all about registration, wages, and being able to pull off a new signing, and they will just let people go. Almala to Dortmund? Wasn't the hold-up on Almala to Dortmund previously because the family wanted them to sign his little brother as well at the same time? And, like, clubs are like, well, I don't really want the Almala brother that's not very good. We just want Saeed. So, yeah, I can see that one for sure. United won't sign anyone. I reckon we miss out on Hall. Do you think so? I just saw the Valencia tackle on Elanga. That's horrible. It wasn't great, was it? Was it Jose Gaia, wasn't it? FM legend. Osman to Spurs is my feeling. See, that would be... I don't think they can afford the wages. I think there's a big reason why Osman's now playing in Turkey. I think his wage demands are just so sky high. Maybe Spurs have got... I mean, they've spent money, maybe... But it'd be a great signing for them. But I don't see it. I personally don't see it. But fair play. If you called it, well, fair play. Balogun to Spurs. That one, ooh, ex-Arsenal. Would he do it? That one kind of makes a bit more sense. They do need a striker, don't they? If they do, they need a striker if Solanke gets fit, and then Richarlison as the backup. Richarlison, I'm still not really sure what he is, other than a bit of a meme. Like, it's not terrible if you can then get output from the wingers. Is he injured again? Is it a bad injury for Solanke? Palacios to Ipswich. I saw the links to that. I also saw Newcastle involved in Palacios. Did he post 30 seconds ago about it, did he? Turkey can afford much more in wages. Oh, for sure. Turkey have serious money in wages, yeah. If you actually go and look at the amount of money being ploughed into the Turkish league, yeah. Ankle injury again for Solanke, is it? I see. Haven't said how bad it is yet. Just that it's his ankle again. That could definitely push them into signing a striker then. Fair enough. It might push them further into a Gakpo signing as well. I know he's not a central striker, but he is an attacker. And, you know. Richie free agent next year also, yeah. Any others? I like the wild ones. Any other wild ones that there's been no links to? And you can say that you've pulled it out of the bag first. You've got the exclusive. 20% max tax for elite talent in Turkey. That's why they love it. Exactly. So they can offer, like, it's your take home money is much higher for sure. I knew there was something tax related in there. So, like, the government basically funds it for the top talent to go to Turkey, don't they? And then the clubs are massive. So they do still have decent money. And there's definitely been some ploughing of the money into the clubs anyway. So yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Darwizzy to Barca, I could see. I mean, where does he go? Where does he go? Does he go to... Like, Turkey makes a lot of sense. Trabzonspor alongside Salah, maybe. Have to head off to Milton Keynes now. I'm sorry to hear that, Mushroom Man. Have a have a good time, dude. I'll catch you in the next stream as well. Grealish to Villa. There have been some tentative links there, haven't there? By the way, we equalised. Demista. Oh my god, my voice. Demista scored. Nunes joins Salah. I could see it. I know that they've got money. Do they have that much money though? Like, Trabzonspor aren't one of the top teams either, are they? Although they are big. Fleming from Burnley to Liverpool. I don't think that one's going to happen. Although he was weirdly effective last year, wasn't he? I want, like, Chris Wood for Ipswich again. Do you think? Liam Delap back to Ipswich. There's one. I'm putting that out into the ether. I'm putting that out there. When Chelsea get desperate, there's a loan for a year to Ipswich when they can't flog him permanently, and it's and they love it. I just can't get used to the camera angles. Yeah, you will. It really, I barely even notice it, and they're not very good, but I barely notice it. Diamando's going to cost more on FM now. He is, yeah. Halinia to Villa, that's been heavily linked. Yeah, seen that one. Got to go to M&S for bedding. Fair enough. You've got to. You have to. Let's do some subs for the last 15 here. Can we force a winner? Lordolino's tired, so we'll do Valoyes. Let's chuck Nunez on at left wing / striker. Terrier wasn't great. Yellow card there, so we'll get Edson on. And Bruno for Dinko, I reckon, is my game changer of a sub in midfield. 15 to play. An away win here where we've been dominant after going 1-0 down would be lovely. I would take him, but at the same time I don't see it happening. Is that Delap, Hannah? Darwin to Hull. That is wild. I'm sort of here for it. Bissek to Bayern won't happen, but it'd be perfect for the end of our transfer window. Yeah, there was something about Bissek in the news a couple of weeks ago. Was it not a new contract or something, or was it just like linked to another team or something? I swear there was. Diamando's always been expensive for me, sadly. He's not actually always that cheap, is he? Yeah. I love Gibbs White to Villa. I could see it. I could see it. If I get them, they'd have to sign someone in their midfield, though, wouldn't they? Forest. I don't know who it would be. What is Lenny Boy looking at? I actually don't really know. What are you doing, mate? I think he's contemplating how to get down onto his beanbag. I think. You seem to like Francini more than Ballantyne. I do, yeah. We're interested, but only if we sell Kim, but now we plan for him with the next season. That makes sense. Right, a 1-1 draw away at Benfica. Probably should have won that game based on 28 shots from us. But we've got a draw away from home in the Champions League, and I'm actually okay with that, I think. Beanbag on the desk. We might need to. You want to get down? Ready? There you go. He's on his beanbag now. I wonder if this camera's back on. You can see him. Oh, I turned it off. Good work. It's because it was off, but whilst it was on, because it overheated. Right. That's an okay result. Messi to Wrexham, I reckon. I'm going to say that's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Seen John Rulli deal close as a new backup. I don't mind that for less than $1 million. What a signing he used to be on FM, by the way, Rulli, as a keeper. Really good. You see Tammy Abraham tips, which is we need an experienced striker. Yeah. That Delap one, by the way, I've pulled out of just absolutely nowhere. So if it happens, I am in the know. No, I'm actually not in the know. I'm in the don't know, but I just have a gift. Apparently. Right. City next. We just got off. No, it's for somebody else. This will be a test. If we can go to the Etihad and compete, is there a title challenge on the cards for us? Probably not, as we did lose 3-1 at home to Villa, and we actually haven't won now in 2 games, but this is a test. I'm in the water. Yeah, exactly. Not in the know, I'm in the waters. ITW. I don't know what my waters are saying next, by the way. I might have to... now that I've also got 2 things correct with my waters shouts, I'm going to be very careful with the next one because I don't want it to end. It's like you do as an in the know, as an ITK, you sort of have to build up your reputation by getting things right. I think he's a good keeper. I think he's a decent keeper, yeah, and it's a backup keeper. There's no reason to have a James Trafford as your backup keeper. That is overkill, isn't it? And he's got an amazing first name. His name is Geronimo. Only to be beaten by Geronimo Penis from FM24, of course. What skin are you using, Natasha? This is the Mr. Tinny 23 skin. If you Google Mr. Tinny 23 FM26 skin, you'll find it there. You did buy the tall Nigerian. I didn't, Leon, though. We didn't need him. We signed instead Noguera at centre-back. And I think we're covered enough with Nigeria. And I guess that's kind of it. But, like, Boveda could play centre-back if we need him to. Not, I know, he's 5'8", etc. I just don't think we need him. Noguera came in instead. And he's actually really good. Only 21 as well. He was going to be, you knew he was going to be gone on the minute you got Donnarumma. Yeah, it's one of those things where they're like, definitely planned to use Trafford. And then Donnarumma became available and they were like, oh, we would actually really like that. It's like when I bought a lawnmower and then a really good one became available on Marketplace. So I was like, oh, I do want that one. So now I've got 2. I actually had 3, but I sold one on Marketplace as well. There's a lawn update for you. Yes, Natasha, I've changed the colours. I went into FM Skin Builder and changed a bunch of the colours and stuff to my own version, yes. Donnarumma is basically a very good lawnmower, exactly. All right, Pereira's back from injury. Happy days. Let's put him on the bench. Why have I only got 9 subs? Is that always the case? Maybe that is. I'm not sure. Needed the extra help to do the lawns, boss. Yeah. Yeah. That's it, because I employ you guys as lawn keepers, of course. Let's go. Always 9. Yeah, for some reason, I think because of the Champions League, I got it in my head that I confused myself there. I think you're right. Well, you are right. And Pereira's not actually back anyway. That was a lie. So, nice. Let's give Ballantyne a start. As someone said, I favoured Francini, which I do, but Ballantyne is good, so we should use him. Let's do... Okay. We're going to do a Bruno start. Yeah, Bruno experience for a game against City. Away at the Etihad. I think that's right. Who do you think wins the Champions League this year? PSG? I've gone out on a limb there. I've gone crazy with my prediction. I'm sorry. Bit of a wild card. I reckon PSG. Yes, Clayts, my bro. How are you? I'm good, thank you, Steve. How are you, my friend? Alex Scott and Anthony were sent off earlier for a confrontation, which was barely anything. I did see that. I didn't actually see the confrontation. I saw the tweet saying Anthony's just been sent off in a preseason friendly, and I was like, yep, sounds about right. And I did see Alex Scott also went, fair enough. I'm great, man. I wanted to ask for save ideas. Steve, you should do Hamburg. Or you should do a Youth Academy only save. Because genuinely the most fun I've had in years. I say that quite a lot. Because when you get into an FM save, it feels like the best thing ever, doesn't it? But yeah, Youth only save would be good. We're 1-0 down. João Fernandes. Set up by Oscar Bob. Yeah, there we go. Which 3 teams have had the best transfer window? I think it's hard to say because it's not finished. I think you can only really say that, like really rank them when it's over. Because otherwise it's always like, oh, it could be this team if they manage to get this over the line, or this team. As it stands right now, I wouldn't even know. I don't know. I don't feel like any of... You know when a team wins the transfer window? I don't feel like any team has won the transfer window this year. At this stage. How do you think Tom FM's beloved Lincoln will fare this season? I honestly, I have no idea. I'm doing an Ajax Youth Only save. Nice, Steve. Are you getting to the end of that? You want to start something new, do you? Beyond... I saw the first time that you said you're going to shout Geronimo. Fair play to you. I'm going to hold you to that. I want a voice note every time Rully makes a save of you saying Geronimo. And if you don't, you're a liar, see? Newcastle definitely haven't. That's true. That's true. Demeester 1-1, by the way. Do we have a Demeester sound? I don't think we do we? We got this sound. Let's have it. You can't because Ollie disabled it. Fair. Right, fair. That actually makes loads of sense. Lovely little tap in. Level before half time. Another assist for Falk de Kimper. We've got a corner now as well. Which for some reason our 20 jump and reach striker is taking. But Mayo, we've turned it around. Is that his first ever goal for us? Can't remember where he scored again. He must have scored before, but our defensive midfielders made it 2-1 against City. How you doing, Nicky Ernest, my friend? Did Chucky retire? He's not retired. He's just... We actually can't really play him anymore because he's really not good enough for the Prem, but he has made a Premier League appearance. I would like to try and get him a Premier League goal as well, but we're kind of in a title race. I've been curious, Clayts, at what point do you usually feel like I'm bored with this save? I don't really have that anymore. 2-2. Mainly because I've had too much like guilt if I do that. Basically, when you create content and do streams and videos on a save, you can't really ask people to invest their time and energy into following it and then just turn around and go, I'm bored of this now, and do something else. There are times where maybe you have to, but I'm like, I can't bring myself to do it. And like, there have been times in this save where I'm like, oh, here we go again. But it is because we've been so successful, I think, actually. But then I'm always like, it will be worth it once you see it through to the end. So it's just different, I think, when you make, when other people have invested in it, I think it's slightly different.
Follow me. Okay.
Whereas when you're playing it yourself, it's probably when it's either too easy or too repetitive, probably. See your super, Nicky. Thank you for shouting it out, dude. I will see it now. It doesn't come up in the multi-chat, so thank you for saying it as well. Thank you so much for the 5... I don't know what... 5 of whatever that currency is, but I appreciate you so much. Will you be streaming once the league starts? This is part of my weekends. Yes. I mean, to be fair, the league has... Well, the Premier League? Yes, we'll still be streaming on a Sunday morning, dude. Yeah. We always have done. We used to do Saturday mornings as well. Maybe we'll get back to that at some point. But yeah, when the Premier League starts, we'll definitely do. Canadian dollars, thank you, dude. I appreciate it so much. Very kind of you. Dude, I will answer your questions without the supers as well. But of course, I appreciate the support as well. Who's three counties? Steve, they are. It's a real place type of thing in England where there's the 3 county showground. It's Worcestershire, Herefordshire, Gloucestershire. And they do like a country show every year. And there's a showground called the 3 county showground. So it's where I've grown up. So I've made a team up about them. Saturday has the dreaded 12:30 kickoff. It does. But we do 9 a.m. now till 12. So we'd actually finish before the 12:30 kickoff still if we did do Saturdays again. Which maybe we will. Well, to be fair, that is also the day where I try and give Kat a bit of a lie-in. So probably not, because she needs to sleep. Steve, you do it in the pre-game editor. You can create a club there. Just edit an existing team to your team. So it's sort of a sneaky way of getting around not having the create a club option. So just do it in pre-game editor. This was Quorn FC in an extended database, and we just changed them to 3 counties. And then you can change everything about them, where they're set up, the stadium, everything to do with it. Terrier, 3-2. Is he onside? I think he is. We lead again. What a game this is, by the way. Cornburger FC. But I mean, there you go. Then that you could do, Steve, a youth-only save with your own created team. I thought he looked off, but he's actually really not. They just left him in so much space. Near post, Terrier. Did he score another in this game? Is that 2 for him? No. It was Demista Bamea. It's Bamea I was thinking of. Right, we are leading again at the Etihad. Let's try... Oh, we've got an injury now. Let's do the Kimperov for Sarni on. We'll do Demista wide. You worked twice in Hereford, circa 2020, in the Nuffield there as cover. It's a lovely part of England. It really is, Nicky. So you in Canada now then, dude? And you were in Hereford. What is your story? I want to know everything. That's so cool though. Yeah, so really it is a lovely part of the country, to be fair, is Hereford. I do love my roots from there. Right, Terrier's playing great but is knackered. We've got some very tired midfielders. Tell us your life timeline, please. Exactly. In fact, could everybody in the chat right now tell us their full life stories? Go. How about the players I use? Who did you start with? I removed them all. No, Steve, sorry. Just removed everybody and basically had no one, and we signed everyone at the start. You were born yesterday, fair. Woke up, came here, suddenly I was born. Everyone going with the same sort of life story here that they were born and then now they're here? What's going on? Let's do... But Mayo's not actually playing great even though he scored. Let's do Bognar on for some legs. I might do Laudolino off as well, even though I've just put him to DM. I suppose he's on a yellow. Bruno can play there. Valoya's on. Legs in midfield, maybe. Steve, thank you, dude. That's very kind of you. I'm definitely not, but I appreciate you. Bourne lives still here. What's Jared Bowen up to in 3 counties? Jared Bowen is... Did he retire in the end? He was at Atlet... What did I... He wouldn't come to us anyway. Also, we haven't tried for Usman Dembele. When does his contract end? If we get to Jan, we could try again for him. That's going to go in, isn't it? He's hit the post. We got away with it. Could do a bit more graphic if you want. Yes, please, Frogman. Yeah. I'm born tomorrow. Had youth players preview. Fair. Nice, nice, nice. Worked in Shrewsbury for 3 years while covering parts of Worcester, Wolves and Coventry. Lived in the north for 8 years. Moved to Canada just recently. That is very cool, dude. It's a good story. So you've been through, you've got Worcester in there, Wolves and Coventry. So got a bit of Pav in there. Coventry, absolutely horrific place. Do you know in World War II, the Germans had used to Coventry as a verb to basically destroy a place? Like, we should Coventry that place was a thing that they would say. From Norway. Love that. Nice, Sundry. All right, it's 3-3. They've got a very late equaliser from Phil Foden. That's a shame. How do you have your graphics? Steve, it's the Dynamics camera mod. If you Google that, you'll see the one that somebody's created. It's quite cool. Like, you get to see the linesman like this, look. The annoying thing is that I can't zoom in this anymore, which I'd love to have this a bit closer. They did bomb Coventry flat, yeah. And then we decided to rebuild it in the most ugly way possible. Oh, it's at the bar. Demeester nearly won it at the end. Bognar, we almost won it right at the very end. He's hit the bar. We could still. Ballantyne. Oh, saved by Donnarumma wide. Geronimo. No, that doesn't work. That's not the... No, he's not playing. Can we find the winner? No, we're going to take a draw. 3-3 away at the Etihad, though. That's not bad at all. It keeps us within 2 points of top of the league, Chelsea. We did very well there, by the way. How long do you think it would take to create a club and add it into the Save Our Start? Really not long. It's basically a case of just changing one team. So it's just going through the menus in the pre-game editor. It really shouldn't take you that long. If you do like a team that's already in the game, so you don't have to have a database as well. Do like a National League North if you wanted to do England. Or you could do a different country, obviously. But do it in the base game so you don't have to get a database. That'll make it easier. I remember when I was there, when I was last in the UK, yeah, it's a bit grim looking as Coventry, to be fair to it. That's not to be fair to it at all, is it? Covey Uni always looks like a prison. Also looks like a prison. Fair. Folks Kimper injured 3 to 5 days. That's okay. We've drawn with them. We've been fined for ill discipline after getting 6 yellow cards. We love that. Another sub appearance from Dennis. He's not starting. I don't like that. Just being honest, exactly. I don't like that he's not starting. When can I speak to their manager? Who is their manager? Fabian Herzler. Now, can we talk? I feel like we need to discuss this. This might be the most pertinent topic of today's stream. What's going on with Fabian Herzler's hair? So, he has that lovely, lovely head of hair there. And yet yesterday, during their pre-season friendly, he's quite clearly had a hair transplant. And honestly, fair play to you. If you're going to go and have a transplant, I'm actually all for it. Power to you. Go and get that hairline back, champs. Kings. You should do that. But why did he need one? And why does his look so wonky? What's... Can somebody just tell me what's going on? What, like... I didn't think he needed it anyway. His hair, that you can see it in that picture there. Is it a hair system toupee type thing going on? Because honestly, if so, I actually really rate that. Fair play. That should be way more socially acceptable, I think. Like, why not? Like, why should it be? If people want to get their confidence back, why should you be mocked? I say, it's such a stigma. I'm going to start a movement. But basically, this was Hertzler yesterday. Can you understand what's going on? He definitely didn't need a hair transplant. That is a perfect hairline. Unless it's fake. Like, this is not a dig, and I'm not taking the mickey. I'm genuinely asking what's going on. Unless he shaved his head, that's got to be fake. No, it's not fake. This is from a video. Unless it's AI, but I don't think so. It's legit. You've seen him. Yeah, it's a press conference on Sky Sports News. What's gone on? Maybe he took a test and found out that he has a receding gene or something. What's he super preemptively doing that? That's wild. Do you have plans in this area? Possibly. If the British Hair Clinic want to reach out, I'd have a transplant. Yeah, my hair is it's not terrible, but I am 35 this year. So it's one of those things. He needed the transplant. Do you think? Exactly, Ollie. Was he actually wearing a toupee or a wig? And which is crazy. You need a hair transplant more than him, and you're 15. You're a good-looking chap. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. But again, you should be able to say that. Manager in a Turkish club. Then I just think it's wild to me. I just love to know the backstory. Could you check out Stephen Fitzgerald? Amazing player. Is that a serious question? Or is there something I'm missing here? No. And I shouldn't need a transplant, but I'm 5 to 10 years, still need to head to Turkey for new teeth. Fair. I tell you what, I hated my teeth for years. Find a genuinely good hygienist and they will sort it out, and it really doesn't. I went to a private one because there was literally, I lived in London, there was literally no NHS ones that you could go to when we moved house. There was literally none. So I went to the private one that was near my house, and it was super, it worked out basically the same money, maybe because it was just some dodgy one that was on like a housing estate, but it was actually really cheap. And he sorted my teeth out, absolutely nailed it. And then my teeth I'm so happy with them these days. I probably need to go and do some more hygienist stuff again. But just go to the dentist. They'll actually sort out your teeth. It's crazy. I feel like I prefer to have a wig than bad hair transplant, but maybe there's too much shame on it. I don't know. I think it's probably the stigma. Composites. I just got just super high level cleaning, and then they gave me a night what's it called, mold thing to have in so that I wasn't grinding my teeth, and then I had one it was a filling but not quite a filling, but he basically cleaned them to a super high level and then gave me these whitening things. And honestly, look at them pearlers these days. I didn't think it was possible. I was so self-conscious about my teeth for years. And then, yeah. They were always maybe I brushed too hard or something. I had quite yellowed, what are they called? Your sharp ones. Fangs. Not incisors, they're your, whatever those, canines. And nothing you could do about it. Tried everything. Went to dentist, blah, blah, blah. Went to this one particular dentist that I can sort that out. And, he actually did. Fair play to him. I'm with you, Clayts. What anyone wants to do to give themselves confidence, go for it. Because people don't actually care that much, other people, but it actually does matter to you, doesn't it? I've been quoted 5k to sort my teeth out, just can't afford it. Yeah, that's a lot. Mine didn't cost anywhere near that. But yeah, that's the thing. You have to be able to justify it financially, but maybe look elsewhere as well. David, look at other places, because they might be, you can maybe do a slightly less invasive way of doing it, and get it sorted in a way that's not quite as intense but still does it for cheaper. But yeah, it's all about that, isn't it? It's all about making the things that everyone has their own insecurities, whether it's hair or teeth or weight. Most of the time people don't particularly care about them, other people, but you care about them yourself, don't you? My own fault. When I was a kid, I neglected my teeth. I got turned down for a payment plan for some reason. Fair. Yeah, that's rough. But yeah, look elsewhere. Shop around, maybe. Dentist fix teeth. In other news, fireman sorts out fires. Yeah, crazy, isn't it? But saying that, what I mean by that was that I've been going to dentists all my life and they didn't. And then I went to one particular dentist and he was like, no, I can sort that. And I was like, what? He's like, no, I can sort that. If we do this, this and this. And he just gave me a plan. And I went to the dentist. Basically, I got married and I really wanted to sort my teeth out before that. Not that they were bad, but they were a thing that I didn't love. And then he was like, we can do this, come in. And I basically every month then was in the dentist to do something like so minor. And then, but yeah. Then we've moved to Devon and I think I've been to the dentist once here just for a checkup. Probably going to get composites once the insurance for the dog is sorted. I think it's around 2 to 3K. I'm so with you. Like, why not, right? If you can manage, like, if you can work out to afford it and it makes you feel good in yourself, then go for it, dude. Like, I'm right there with that. It's not just hygienists, unfortunately. My teeth are genetically rubbish and hard to look after, and I don't go to the dentist enough. Prefer to save cash for the kids' teeth. I get that as well, Wo. I get that. I think that's where mine was as well. I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm looking after my teeth in the best way I can. I like giving up coffee. I was like all these things, like for my canines, as I said, and there was just basically they needed like deep cleaning, and then it sorted it. And I have a hairline like an N64 controller, but I like a shaved head. You do, Marshall. You rock it, dude. You look great. And the weight loss, dude. You're smashing it. Your dentist talk made me remember I have an overdue appointment to book. You should do that. This is why I joined the streams. We've talked about all sorts, and we always do, don't we? The amount of tangents we go on. In today's one show segment, we're going to talk about with what is the dentistry industry like in the UK these days? For years, people have been putting off. That's our one show segment. Surprise yourself. Yeah, you're smashing it. Smashing it. Right. Who have we got next? It's the end of... We got through a whole month here, chat. Who the hell are we? Oh, it's international break as well, so we should get through this even more. We've got Newcastle, who are bottom in like 2 weeks as well. Look at that for progress. I don't know who... Especially as we didn't play a game for the first hour of the stream. In fact, the first hour of the stream, we went half an hour in game or something, didn't we? Let's also check in with our loans. We've got a load of our young players on the out on loan, haven't we? You went 10 years without going to the dentist. Yeah, I think it quite easily happens. The one show's still going on this channel, it is, yeah. Look at the stream tags of this stream. I think it is still going IRL though, right? It's still a thing, I think. Loans. I wanted to look at, where's that on? Squad? Yeah, we've got, look how many players we've got out on loan, by the way. Who's doing the best? Joel Lamb started very well for Boys Town. Mora, is he a youngster? I assume so. Has got himself 2 goals, 2 assists for Chesterfield. Gagliotti's got 3 goals, 2 assists for Liège. Afonso's got 1 goal in 1 game. Good start. Why has he got assists and then goals here? Why is it that way around? Claim to fame was Crouch watching my player review of him on the One Show. I mean, that and the Mbappe poster, right? Those are your claim to fame. Let's be honest here. That is, I didn't know that one there. That's fun. Valentin at Rec. We've got a couple at Wrexham, haven't we? Yeah, Valentin and Casado. Sergio, Beaumont, Moreno. Yeah, these guys. So these guys are on loan but haven't played a game yet. Peugeot is not playing for Celta Vigo. That's a bit worrying. They are paying me for that loan though to not play him, which seems like a strange choice. All right, let's get through this international break and see what's going on. So can I, in this save, can I apply for international jobs? Not that I want to. Can I, where's the job centre? Korea? No. Where is the job centre in this? Job centre report, overview. That's not my job centre. Is it in staff somewhere? You can. Definitely. I don't even know where the job center is. Can I just job? There you go. Managerial vacancies. That's how you find it. Is it in Korea? Oh yeah, I did actually just miss it. It's retrospective, right? I guess so. I just haven't seen it actually come up. There's a job available at... No, that's not an international job. Can I like... I can't apply for a job and I can't declare interest in it either though. Do you see what I mean? I know you can get an international job, but it doesn't look like I can actually... I guess there's none actually available to check. But it hasn't come up at all in any of my saves. And I've played a lot of seasons. Maybe need to add it? I don't think so. There's not a setting somewhere, is it? What, in preference? I don't think so. What would it even be in your world, I guess? Nah, it's not there. Not there. Maybe they've already sorted out a new manager. What, any international team? You know how often you get offered jobs in FM? So I mean like adding a league or something. Maybe. None of them have actually a job of it. Yeah, I know exactly. That's what I mean. We might have to see it when there's actually one available. But usually on a... So let's go... Where's it gone? Here. I'm sure I can declare interest in club jobs. So Ghent are insecure. You can declare interest in the jobs. Whereas you can't do that with an international job. Maybe because it's international. But yeah, it seems weird though, right? Well, that's what I mean. Because I started this save before the international management was a thing, does it go back? Does it allow you to in this save? Which is why I thought you couldn't in the Wesker save, because I also started that save before it. Whereas now, which is why I said in the multi-club save, I will have started it after the international thing. So maybe I will be able to. But people told me that you could. But I've just not seen it actually become a thing anywhere. I wonder if I can declare interest. Oh, I can declare interest here. So maybe not. Maybe you can. I can declare interest here, look. Just not on... I guess because you don't get like a proper men's national team page, do you? You just get this, which is technically where you've got all of the jobs. Maybe that's a skin thing or a FM26 thing, maybe. But you can here, so maybe that's it. I'm not going to, obviously, but... Yeah, anyway. Just not something that's actually popped up, when usually you get offered loads of jobs, don't you? We probably don't want an international job because they're still quite boring, I imagine, in FM26. So it's not really a problem. If you start a club save in FM26, international job management will be seamlessly integrated into your save file, is what the announcement said. Yeah, you're right. That definitely said that, didn't it? Seamlessly integrated, but I suppose that doesn't necessarily mean that you can still do both, which is the other part of it, but it should be, right? I also said... It's not... I don't know why that's a thing where you can manage just normal and it's okay to just manage an international club and a club team. Like, that doesn't actually happen in real life very often, does it? But in FM26, it's more... If you get an international job, it's just you do it whilst also being a club manager. Did he start? Still no. Who can I complain to? Right, I remember now. We got distracted because Hertzler had the hair transplant. I can. Player underused. I'm sorry. I really think he's playing as often as he should be. You literally told me that he'd play as an important player. I don't think you'll be... What do you mean I'm being unrealistic? In-game picture needs shaving. Agreed. That's not... Fabian. Right, hang on a minute. Because of this, I'm going to have to get my revenge on you. F you and your hair transplant. Sadly, I can see I'm fighting a battle I can't win. I'm disappointed and I don't know if you can be trusted. Right, Fabian, what is your in-game number? What is your in-game ID? 920. I will get my revenge on you, my friend. You will see. You will see. 9:20, 166. I'm shaving his hair right off his head. I am shaving his hair right off his head. Right now. Even if it means that in every save from now on, Fabian Herzler is going to have no hair. We're doing it right now. Someone asked earlier if we'd made any nemesis in the of other managers. This is it. Fabian Herzler. You will use Asado Dinis in every single game. You promised it. I actually think that's a broken thing in the game, by the way. When it pops up and you can speak about loans, they always accept it. When you go to them about it there, they never seem to like link that it's what they promised. If that makes sense. Right. This is how we will enact our revenge. Are you ready, chat? We will enact our revenge by... I'm not even going to do it nicely. We're going to get some paint. And we're just going to... So... Your worst nightmare, Fabian. Your worst nightmare. Leave patches like a dodgy hair job. No, he's going fully bold. We're doing fully bold. I need to make it. There you go. That looks like Arne Slot now. He does look a bit like Arne Slot now, doesn't he? We're going fully bold. That's it. Job done. Happy days. Right, Fabian. That should actually, if I go one day, so much for you, do you, King?
Oh, thank you.
We did a whole thing earlier, like going, do you know what? No, there should be no stick. Why is it not changed? Why is it not changed? Usually it updates it immediately when you do it on there. If I continue a day, maybe. Just tuned into this. What a sight to see. Completely normal Clayts stream. I'm not even phased. I mean, yeah. So much for you, do you, King? It's so true. I was giving it the whole like, there should be no stigma. If you want to have a hair transplant, have a hair transplant. Right. It's not bloody done it. Is it worth restarting the entire game to make this a thing? I think it is. He did ask for it. Herzler did ask for it, actually. I think it is. We're gonna restart the game because I think that's what you have to do. I've had to come out of the game. Yeah, sometimes when you do it on a player that already has a face, it doesn't always make you. But when you do it on I guess on staff, maybe it makes you. Let's see. This is the content we've all come to. Exactly. Is it not just resetting cache? Yeah, but you can't just reset cache in FM26. You have to come out of the game to do it. There isn't a reset cache option in preferences anymore. Yeah, for new gens, you always have to. For existing one, if you update a new gen face with a new gen face, it will update it. Which technically this would be, but I guess it's not. But I'll reload it and see. Flawless game. Well, to be fair, it's not... I don't think every game needs to have a resetting cache button, especially when I don't think they really wanted people to mod this game all that much this year from a development point of view. That's not a broken thing. That's a choice thing, I guess. Right, just loading it up again and then we'll see. We will see. Sevilla signing Robbie is a Euro. I don't know how you say his name. That's an interesting one, isn't it? They did say you can't mod the game this year. Or yeah, well, you can, but they did say that they're not going to make it easy for you. And like they actually put things in place for you to be able to do it in FM24 and before, didn't they? Which kind of makes sense, because if they're trying to get it to work, the more modding that people do, the less testing they get of their actual game. And things are breaking because of the modding, which means that then they have to fix it, which is a bit of a nightmare, but a nightmare they brought on themselves. So we move. Let's have a look. Has Fabian now got his lovely updated head? Let's see. If not, I actually don't know why that wouldn't have worked, but we move. Imagine I forgot to save it and we lost everything. It looks so bad. It looks so stupid. It's not. Why is it so wonky and dented? Lenny can't watch. He's off. Yeah. What? Can you show us your tactic? Or do you have a video posted with it? I don't yet. Dennis have a video on it. No. There's Fabian Herzl. He started it, chat. I just want to say, if you want to have a hair transplant, you do you, Kings. You should do. You should. But if you want to beef me, I will Photoshop that. I'm not sure you can call this Photoshopping either. I will just paint over your head. I didn't even get the sides much, did I? Look, and I also didn't even make it round. There's the reason he wants a transplant. Yeah, he doesn't want to look like this, does he? There's has his head got smaller as well? He's the Stoke manager anyway. And the reason we did that is because he's refusing to play my lone player. He's not even refusing to play him. He's just refusing to start him. Dennis, let me show you the tactic now, though, by the way. It's if you want to do a screenshot of this now, screenshot the page right now. I'll show you both in and out of possession for you. And then the instructions are literally just the Gegenpress instructions. I've not changed any of these instructions from just pure Gegenpress. There's no individual instructions or anything. You don't need them, turns out. All these funky tactics, just put a Gegenpress instructions and come up with whatever shape you want. And it works. If you've got good dynamics and decent players, it works. Not sure what's worse, the haircut or having to live in Stoke to manage them. Also, I don't think I've never been to Stoke. Is Stoke that bad? Stoke feels like it's quite charming to me. All the pottery and stuff. Exactly my type of petty. Exactly. All right, let's see. Can we get to the end of the... Oh, an injury to our keeper. Jumping to challenge for the ball during training. Is he not on international duty? He's only in the under-21. That's actually a decent injury. 4 to 5 weeks for our keeper to be out is bad news, and we did not sign a backup keeper. Other than, of course, Brian Okonkwo, and I suppose we did. We've got decent options in the under-21s now, and of course, let me get rid of the loanees. Of course, Ollie French Jr. We've got Romero, and we've got Streck, and we've got Meglic. Where is Ollie French Jr., by the way? There he is. It's written in the stars. Well, Ollie French Jr. isn't actually very good yet, is the problem. Fickle personality, 1-star ability. He's going to be good. But I actually think we probably go with maybe Ollie French Jr. on the bench and maybe go with Streck, who's actually quite good. At 19, under-21 Croatian keeper. We've also got Romero, who's Venezuelan. Oh, I meant Tom Petty starting to play. That is very true. It is written in the stars. It was Petty, and now Petty is playing. Or Meglic, who is a younger version of Streck. I might have to get Streck into the first team. And maybe we'll put Ollie in there anyway. And put him on the bench. An American girl. Not great. Nunes out injured then. Paul Walker bags his coaching license. Nice. Don't give him back his driving license, but... Yep. Any free agent? I did wonder if we could look at a free agent. Is there a big name free agent keeper? Because that could actually be quite fun, couldn't it? Let's do that. Goalkeeper. Free agent. I don't know. Could we... Would they need to be under 21 to register them, though? That's the other thing. What is that? Is that all of the expired contract? That's why there's only 11. That can't be right. There's 11 expired contract keepers in the world. Really? In which case, there are no good players. These are all rubbish. Is it scouted only? It's scouted only. Scouted only. That you know of. Scouted only, you're right. Let's do world rep. and just have a little look? I think it's Strek. I think Strek's going to have to play. Shrek. Ben Said, Kaboots, Coffee. International appearances. This Coffee's played a load of times for, I assume, Burkina Faso. Yeah, I don't think these guys are better, considering I've never heard of any of them. Youth appearances. This guy's under 21 Northern Irish keeper on a free. Might as well gamble on the kid. I think he's good as well. So, yeah, we'll go with Strek. Giving him a first-team appearance might be all right. There's a guy from the Caymans was there. Nice. Dennis, right. Did he start? Did having a go at Hertzler and shaving off his hair, did it work to make him start him in that last game? We need to check. Are they still playing, even though it's international break in the championship then? Nope, 28 minutes. Is he still improving? Has not scored a goal yet. Only started one game. It's not quite the loan that I thought it was going to be. Will it magically grow back his hair? I hope so. The thing that with Hertzler that we're going to now not realise is that at some point, because we're managing in Germany as well, in the new save on YouTube, he's going to get a random Bundesliga job and we're going to come across him in the YouTube series and he's going to have no hair and then there's going to be a million comments in the YouTube comments because I wouldn't even notice it probably. He'll pop up like here and just be completely bald. Recall Dennis and loan him again or give him the sub appearances. I can't until January. It's good comment bait. That is true. In Jan, we might need to recall him, yeah. But we've got a couple of months anyway, so. Big brain, exactly. Are you doing big brain Zealand there because he looks like Hertzler or because of the big brain thing? Oh, new contract. Yes, please. I love it. What a show of unity and stability. Brilliant. We'll get on with that then. Don't think we needed a meeting for that, really, did we? Do you want a new contract? Yes. Where are Worcester now? I think they're still in... Are they League One? Championship. Oh, Dirk Cout has them 20th in the Championship. They just survived. I remember last year they just stayed up, didn't they? Oh, Jack's back and crying. Not on his own. Cat's here as well. Should do it to more people. See the comments. Make sure the comments see it. True, true, true. That's who Dennis just played. Yeah, it was a 3-3 draw, wasn't it? Stoke versus Worcester. And he still didn't score and only played 28 minutes. Just remember to casually check on him. Yeah. Just, oh, Hertzler. I wonder what he's up to. And then he's got a painted on bold head. All right, Newcastle at home. Let's go and play this game. And then we're probably... There's the new contract, by the way. How many years? 14 million transfer budget. Can I ask for it? It's a 5-year deal. We'll take... Got an extra 500 quid a week there. They call me the negotiator. See that? 500 quid a week. Pays for quite a lot, to be fair. It's quite a lot of money, isn't that? All right, we'll get to Newcastle and then make sure we play that game. Then we've got all the way up until halfway through October. Maybe I'll play a bit and try and get through towards close to January before the next stream, if I find the time to do so. Otherwise, we'll just pick it up from here, won't we? I would take that if my boss offers that to me now. Yeah, 500 quid extra a week. Done. Done. Happily. Especially as it's for no different job. I've just got to carry on doing the same job completely. James, did I... Oh, James, I read your message but didn't realise it was a resub. Sorry, dude. Thank you so much for the 49 months as well. Just tuned into this. What a sight to see. Completely normal Clayts stream. I'm not even phased. Yes. How's baby Olive, by the way? We had... Jack had his 1 year jabs a little bit late, but he had his... the 1 year jabs on Friday, and he's been his legs actually were hurting. Like he didn't walk for like a day, and then he just started running around again. But yeah, it's been that was a bit rough. I don't know if you have. How did you find that part of the timeline? Go onto the Brighton screen. That could work. Yeah. Right, we are going to play then. Bolde is back from injury because of the international break, and it's been a while. We have actually got people returning, which is quite nice. Let's do Bolday. Should we bring him straight back into the team? For Falk de Kimper, I think so. Let's also do Streck in goal. Noguera Yamada. John Pereira will be back as well now. So, Pereira starts. Ballantyne, let's do Francini again. Bermeo, Lordolino, I think I want to bring Valoyage back in. And I think that's the team. The one slight worry is, of course, Streck in goal, but I think he'll be all right. I hope he'll be all right. Let's put Ollie on the bench because he deserves it. All right. Streck needs a number. Oh, Ollie, I need to know what your number would like to be. Streck's going to get 30. Ollie, what number would you like? You've got basically, I mean, not all of them. Out of the big numbers, 67's not there. 89, 77, 43, 56 isn't there. Otherwise, it's those ones. I know what he's going to want as well. In fact, I'm going to put it in there because he's going to... Okay, no, he wants 81. I wasn't expecting that, but we'll take it. I thought you were going to say 99. Ollie French, junior, number 81. In we go. All right. At the showground, still got the crane in there. Bolday's back, though, playing him in his best position on the right wing as well, which is fun. They've got a good team. Paz, Mastantuano, they're bottom of the league because of financial fair play deductions. They have won 3 out of 6. They're not terrible. So maybe ignore the fact that they are bottom because they're not actually that bad. Waltermada's good on FM. Mastantuono, Nico Paz, Jamie Gittins is decent on FM as well. We're underway. Have Chelsea played the same number of games as us? Has everyone played the same number of games? You are good on FM. Thank you, champ. Thank you, dude. Valoyes, Terrier, Lordolino. Waltermada destroyed us last time. I think he did, didn't he? He ran it like from here and just kept scoring. I remember now. That's a goal. It's over. Terrier's hair is almost as bad as Hertzler's, by the way. Yeah, he did, didn't he? You're right. Their team clearly isn't a bottom of the table team. No chance. Boveda loses it to Mastantuono. Uh-oh. Zabarni's there at centre-back as well. Calafiori playing... Is he playing inverted left back? And that's why he's in the centre of midfield now? They look really good. Who's their manager? The haircuts in the match engine are dreadful. They are. I've seen a lot of the headhunter and like face editing mods and stuff are improving the hair and stuff now, which is cool. There'll probably be a couple of these Newcastle players that have got proper faces. And like some of the hair looks better now as well. It goes to show that it can be done. And I think it will there was I think it was a job advert that was posted on SI this week for like a developer, and it mentioned making the faces and things more realistic. There was a tweet. FM Console tweeted it. Let me find it for you. It's a good way to find out about what the plans are for the game and stuff. And obviously he's massively into doing all of that stuff right now. Yeah, let me show you this. So I don't know where this was posted, but SI, I guess on the website or on like the job adverts section of it, but they said this was a job application. Key responsibilities: create high quality polished animations for characters, gameplay systems and cinematics. Own complex animation tasks including full body facial and interactive animations. Direct and support motion capture shoots and refined captured data for in-game use. And then this is the one, look. Collaborate with designers and programmers to ensure animations meet... Oh, no, not that one. I guess just like the fact that it says facial on the one above means that they're hopefully going to make the faces and everything better. It'll just take a few cycles to get it to what they want to look right. It just takes time and money for a niche studio. And also there's the licensing thing that means that like you can go and do all these things when you're just modding it, but when you are actually making the game, you have to be so careful with players' likeness and things. If you don't have the license to put a player's face in the game, you'll get sued to high heaven. There'll be no game. So you kind of have to balance all of that. But they also need to make it look like humans. That's the thing they need to work on, which I guess that is, I mean, is it bare minimum? Probably, but at least there is evidence that that is a thing they're working on. Saying that, I think that this would have existed for FM26 as well, wouldn't it? But, you know, it's there. They could make they could make the regens or new gens more realistic. We can do it ourselves, especially as their whole thing was that this is the thing that I like. You can like fight the corner of SI, but then sometimes you're like, yeah, but come on, surely you can do better than this. Their whole thing with the new gens was that the players' profile pictures needed to look the way they did because they wanted them to look the same way in the match engine, but they don't. Like Valoyes that's still not a new gen face, is it? That's Valoyes. He didn't actually have that face on the generated new gen face. Like, they look different, and I know you're not supposed to see them this close because it's the match engine mods means you can, but he doesn't even look like the generated face that he got given anyway. And I know that we use all the like new faces and stuff. Is that John Pereira? I think it is. Like, he looks a bit like him, but that's only because I made a real face based off his new gen face to make him look like that. So, like, yeah, it could definitely use some work for sure. Should I get automatic draft? No, Colson. Do it so I can send you all my features, the setup, by the way, that I do, but do it so you do an actual holder draft where everybody joins the draft and does it manually themselves. It's way better, yeah. That's sort of the main point of it, is to do the draft. Chance here, bouncing around. It's in! Bolde's back, everybody! Back in the team, back on the goal scoring sheet. Do you think they'll go back to the old UI? No. I think there's too much ego to completely go back to it. But I think what they will try and do is do a bit of a reversion that try and satisfies everyone now, I think. And also, if they went back to the old UI, it would actually be crap. Like, because the reason they're not back on the reason they're not on the exact same UI is because they also put it on a new engine. So it still wouldn't work. And there'll be loads of things that wouldn't work in the same way because it's the engine that is different. But no, they won't. They'll try and make it more like it, though, in terms of, like, feel, I think. I mean, why could they not make it like you could select which you prefer? Because that's making 2 games, Sondry. They're going to make 2 games for people, are they? Which website do you use for creating your own new gen faces? A bit of everything, Chaz. I just ChatGPT mainly. I take a screenshot of the face from in-game. I get ChatGPT to describe it, and then I use that description as the prompts to create the face, and then I remove the background with either Canva or like remove.bg, and then put it in the game. So it's a bit of a long process, but I only do it for my own players, and it means that I can tweak it and make sure that it becomes a player that I kind of think looks like them and feels right, which is part of me being a bit of a loser. But yeah, that's usually what I do. You could use anything though, or you could go find there's like databases of real faces you could use if you didn't want to use AI, which I would get as well. Lots of people do that. Why could SI just not do that with AI? It could work. And there's loads of reasons why not. It's quite complex, but there's lots of like... Basically, there are reasons why they don't. Because if it was as easy as just doing that, they would do it. Use it enough, there's only a few pages that are a pain, unusable. The rest of the UI for now, months down the line, are fine. I fully agree. There's loads of little revisions that they could make back to the old one that would improve it. And there are pages that don't really work. But generally speaking, the UI, which is this massive broad term that people just like to say, isn't necessarily the problem with it. Like, it's more like lots of other bits and pieces. And like the world building stuff and the immersion and everything, which some is to do with the UI, but some of it's because it's where they've put the priority. Like, there's lots to fix for sure. But people going, go back to FM24, it just... are kind of missing the point a little bit of like this engine change means that they had to build it new is the problem. And they made some choices of how to build it, but it's not just a simple thing of like, I can't understand why they don't just do that, because it takes them a year to build a game, and if it's just not going to happen, is it? They can't. If they could, maybe they would. Yeah, usurp. I think that's a thing. Yeah, I love that I have a player that is completely different in game to his player face, has blonde hair, Pogba-esque in game, and nice, fair enough, Charles. I mean, why not? You can actually change those things. I think there are ways, but you need like an real-time editor type thing, I think. But there are ways if you really wanted to go into it. You started using ChatGPT for your new gen's faces. Fair enough. Not for everyone that, I get it, but there are ways of making your game the way you want it to be these days, which is a cool thing. And only going to get more and more customization, I think. Like, I think we've seen a lot of potential with the mods this year that mean that we could elevate the game higher than it's ever been, but they also need to just like iron out all these things that make the game fun to play. Like even now I'm using a skin in the game, which makes it better for me. So like there is still lots to do for sure, hopefully. And there's not loads of I don't know how much trust I've got that they're going to get it correct, but hopefully we'll see. Do you think SI will ever put a new gen face creator in their base game? No, I just can't see it. I don't think they want you to like play God of like what comes through. I think they want you to like react to the world that the game is creating rather than you create the world in loads of, if you see what I mean. So I don't think it would be good. Maybe. It'd be cool as an option, wouldn't it? I think that was a save, by the way. I think, by the way, that was Streck making a game-winning save at the end there. Yeah, well, it's all about that as well. And I think people are doing more and more of that with this year's game because it makes you have to create the world around your team more so than the game does. That's what I would love more than anything, I think. I can get to grips with any UI. I can get to grips with any broken pages and kind of get over it. I've got time. If you're playing Football Manager, I don't think it's a game that you're playing because you've not got time to play it. Because you can't just play FM a little bit and actually enjoy it, I don't think. The one thing I just really want is there just to be more to the world, more to the game. I want there to be more randomness, more strange things happen. I want there to be a takeover at Tranmere and suddenly they're in the Premier League and they're this force that need to be stopped. I want there to be more dynamism to the world. And I want to see it, and I want to be given it, and I want to see, oh my God, there's a cutscene going on here, and they've gone to Sky Sports News, and there's a breaking news thing that Man City have sacked their manager. And Pep Guardiola is leaving at the end of the season, and suddenly you're like, oh my God, this might be our chance to win the title. Like, I want there to be like SmackDown 2 cutscenes where I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. What's happening here? And you're like, what's going on? Something's happening. Like, how much fun is that, right? Rather than like, oh, I wonder who'd won the Champions League. Who's the manager at Burnley? Let me go and type them in and find out. Like, you should be able to know that. When I'm watching the Premier League or when I'm following the Premier League, I know what's going on at every one of those clubs because it comes up and you see it. And it's not just the same messages here with a different face and a different name on it. And it's not just Everton take on Man United. I don't need to know that. Like, give me a list of fixtures and I can see who's taken on everyone. Like, do you see what I'm saying? I don't think it's doing a good enough job of telling me everything I need to know about the world. Breaking FIFA is changing cup format in-game, I mean. What? The owner comes on the pitch after the game and has a go at you as the manager. Yeah. And all of that stuff, it can happen when there's only new-gen players. Like, maybe you have to be 25 years into a save when there is no real-life players and licensing weird these things that hold them back on it. And then it gets to a stage where you can click... when you start a new save, do you want it to be on here on preferences? Do you want it to be, how much randomness do you want to come into it? How dynamic do you want your game to be? There's a slider, there's realistic simulator game, and there's like, I don't know, fun. Do you see what I mean? Like, you can select it, build the game that you want it to be, and all it is it just changes the randomness of the interactions and all the things that happens. A bit like the sliders in FIFA. Because even in games like that, you would have like AI transfer. How many AI transfers you could change how many transfers they do. Like putting sliders in the game that you could build your own type of save, and it doesn't mean that you have to code it in any real different way. It just like ramps it up a little bit. Like players going on strike to leave. Sounds like the randomness you want might be a development as AI gets better. Hopefully. I don't know how they bring it in, and I don't know what that is, but probably. Games have always had AI, by the way. This isn't a negative, like, you don't want artificial intelligence. That's literally how games are formed. It is an AI. But with, like, generative AI, I think you mean, right? Players refusing to get subs, yeah. But, I mean, the scope to be able to do it is definitely there, isn't it? There should be more individual aspects for controversial stories, for sure. And there are, like, things happen to new gen players in the game that don't happen to real life players. So just do more of it. Make it fun. And if you don't want that, because that's always been the thing with Football Manager, isn't it? Is that they're in this weird place where Football Manager is the most realistic football management simulator on the market in the world. It is the best place where you can go in and live the life of a real life manager, where it's super realistic, where everything you do is setting up the team in this hyper realistic way, where you set their positions and you go to real depth of their in possession, out of possession, their tactical roles, their instructions. But it's also a game and people play it I'm going to do a tactical reinvention of the Fiorentina team from 1990, or you play it as, I'm going to manage Rochdale until I win the Champions League. Both sets of players in the player base exist, and Football Manager has to be in this middle ground of being able to make it work for both of those players. There's the hardcore, there's the casual, like most games, but there is this simulation versus game thing that's going on for Football Manager. So I'd love it if there was a way for you to sort of set up the game in the way that you want best. Like, do you want, have a slider here, realism versus randomness. As simple as that, and I want randomness all day, every week. Look at the press conferences. In real life, it's an amazing thing, extremely important. While in FM, you send your assistant and don't go to it. Exactly. Like, how fun would that be if, like, in your world, these crazy weird things are happening? How much more fun would it be to watch a streamer play Football Manager when they have to deal with, like, genuine random things happening? And it doesn't have to be at the expense of the real life simulator version of it. Because I also get that. Like, if it gets too silly, it's also not fun for loads of people. Like, people don't want silly, but I also think there's a lot of people that probably do. And there's probably a mix of the two. Am I making sense? Do you get what I mean? Or am I just, I've gone off on one? I've probably gone off on one. Make them make a difference, have an impact, yeah. Which they're supposed to do now, press conferences. You could easily embed AI to do that. You had an actual conversation, not just some answers to questions. People have done it, Infinity. It's actually in the game. There are AI responses, AI press conferences is a mod that somebody's made already. The problem is that it's not integrated into the game. So actually what you say doesn't actually have an effect on the game in any way. Because at the moment it's just a mod, isn't it? Can you assist me here? I'm moving to a Premier League club to non-league and utterly destroyed them, but I keep on getting a sponsorship of €402 for years. How can I resolve this? Pre-game editor, or you might have to get the in-game editor or a real-time editor to remove sponsorships. I guess I see. It's a bit, but if you're doing something like that, I feel like you can just use the editor for it, because you don't want you are destroying them, right? Can I ask why Turkish clubs are still allowed to play in Champions Leagues? I don't know why you're asking me. I don't actually work for UEFA. Anyway, chat, I feel like that's a good discussion always. Maybe there's a video in that in some way. Maybe there's I fix Football Manager and I'll go through the things that I want to fix. Maybe I won't do that because it's just going to make the comments an absolute hellhole. But there's something in it, I reckon. I think we'll come back to that another time. I'm going to call it there for today, I think, chat. It was a lovely, lovely conversation with you guys. A lovely fun time this morning. Thank you so much. We ended up doing an extra 20 minutes at the end because I got off on a bit of a tangent there. You don't work for UEFA? No, I didn't. No, not anymore. I left. After I left, what was that job that somebody thought I had once? Was it as an actor or an extra or something? I was on a random advert and they were convinced I actually was. Anyway, that's a throwback. Right, chat. We're going to call it there for today. We're going to go and I'm going to go and get some food and stuff, I think. Let me see who is live and we'll get a little raid going, I think, for today. Should we go and try and jump over to Matt before he finishes and jumps over to here? Let's do that. Yeah, a commercial for a garden centre, exactly. I didn't work for UA, but no, I didn't. Right, chat, have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate all of you guys. We're going to go set up a raid for the big man. Second yellow card. What a legend. Go and enjoy the rest of his stream, and I will see you very, very soon. I've just tried to type that in the YouTube chat, by the way. Hopefully that all goes through. I'll catch you soon. Videos this week, definitely one on Monday or Tuesday, and then hopefully one at the end of the week where maybe and hopefully we can start our new save. Leave a like on the YouTube stream if you're watching there. Go and subscribe to the channel. Leave a like, follow on Twitch, etc., etc. Go and join the raid. And I'll catch you very soon. See you guys. Bye-bye.